지금부터 시작이야. I'm talking money cause rules. 이게 리듬이야. I'm talking money meant the moves. I've been killing it now. 아직 랩이 미쳐버린 범인 아니니까. 하더라봐 한 미래로 돌아가. I'm doing it cause I'm flying now. 비그러 더 알아. 지금까지 못하잖아. 켜보지만 난 실력이 no visa. 뉴욕에서 한국까지 everybody raving visa. I'm balling out cause I'm a globetrotter. Yeah, 나처럼 잘 나가는 래퍼 불러. Yeah, 내 쇼미 나가다가 everybody staring. I don't need to play with rockets now. I'm a globetrotter. You and I 비교나 하지마 우리 너무 달라 we just different 나 좀 봐라 여자나 집이나 세상 나가신다 너무 빨라 I'm a globetrotter You and I 비교나 하지마 우리 너무 달라 we just different 나 좀 봐라 여자나 집이나 세상 나가신다 너무 빨라 I'm a globetrotter Trotter 나 계속 올라간다 I know all about it body body 소리 너무 많이 친다 빨리 들어가래 how we sound it 자리 빨리 비켜 내가 온다니까 받아하지 못한 난 실려왔다니까 너 계속 여기 맴돌아 와라 말은 두바이 I'm a globetrotter 이 신발에도 절대 멈추진 않아 You know I gotta go 내 시간 넌 잡아 집중 focus all you know is the guala Boy you slacking people talking 만만하지 ain't no action 만만하게 보였던 사람들 that's a trap
Right on.
All right. Now, if anyone sees, they can see our pretty faces.
Nice. Okay. So, do you know about like what ancestry and what class you would want to play?
I wanted to focus on the luck stat because that seems really unique.
Okay.
What would be a good class for that?
Luck Child Sorcerer is the one that is bending the game in half right now.
In a good way, or Chris found a sneaky way?
We in a there's another DM's Guild designer, Jack Wayhill, who was playing it this weekend, and that one play, I was like, we gotta probably put that first level feature at 9th level. Yeah.
All right. And let me know, Chris, if we gotta climb on the backs of things again.
And it has been changed. So the Luck Child is the Luck Child was tweaked ever since this last weekend. But that one is one that definitely emphasizes the ideas of luck. If you want to go with a luck-based rogue, the Gambler is there.
That's me. Let's do that.
And there's the Cardist Magus as well.
There we go. Whoops.
Let's see here. Put the rogue in.
Oh, my music's too loud.
Yeah, because the rogue is also known to be a buzzsaw in the dungeons.
I like that.
There we go.
Just means he's a good rouge.
So I'm the type of guy who likes to play like Liu Kang in Mortal Kombat, Mario, and Smash Brothers. So I want to start off with a human fighter.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
So it's just I pick the features that are listed in the class table, and then whatever I get for being a human.
Yes. So everybody's going to get their ancestry. They're also going to have their stats. Your stats, you can go with the standard array, but what we did whenever we were doing the point buy calculations is we discovered that with our point buy calculations, you can only make 12 possible stat arrays. So it's a D12 table to roll for stats if that's what you want to go with. So you can feel free to either just go with the standard array or pick what's over there. Let me get here. I forget. All right, yeah, Ked's streaming this, so I don't have to. I'm not thinking about what's on my screens right now.
I got you, boo.
Yeah, right. And thank you so much for streaming this one, man.
Yeah, Foods, are you still streaming it? I can tell people if they're tired of my fugly mug to look at you.
Here's the thing. I haven't streamed in a while, and I'm not used to streaming like these sorts of things. It's usually just like me by myself, and I don't want to like go live and have all the audio be off. So like if I do, it's because I found time to, and right now don't worry about it. So.
And yeah, like I was saying earlier, this is it's a demo. So I guess to anybody that's watching, hey, I'm Taron Pounds, the creator of this thing, Vagabond. This is me showing off kind of, I guess, about a year's worth of progress to a bunch of other creators and running them through. Actually, this is a dungeon that was made for old school essentials called Temple of a Thousand Swords by Brad Kerr. And I have done a little bit of a conversion to make it work for the system. But yeah, this is just kind of showing off really how the dungeon crawl kind of feels with it. And with, I think with character creation, so either you have the stat array, that's like the standard array thing that you can do, or you can roll on that table with a D12 and find one of those stats there, or just pick one.
Right.
I went the standard.
Okay.
I'm totally gonna roll. That's an option here. So I roll a D12. Cool, and I get a 10.
So then your stat array would be 7, 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, in any order you want that to go in.
All right, cool. All right, so I'm building the little character sheet PDF as we go along with it.
Okay.
Okay.
And then for your ancestry, they're going to give you the lineup of traits. Human is going to get increasing one of their stats by 1, but no higher than 4. And then you're trained with a skill of your choice and gain a perk. Perks are basically like this system's feats from 5e. And then from there, you go to your class. We're currently playing 2nd level. At the moment, I guess some of the important things to kind of note, since everyone in here is familiar with 5e, I'll just kind of list the big differences here. With Vagabond, there are no calculations post-roll. Once you roll the d20, I'm handling all the math right up front. Once you roll the d20, the roll on the die is the result that you get, unless there's things like environmental factors, like a flanking giving you a +2 or cover, something like that. Damage dice are whenever you do a damage roll, you do not add modifiers to damage. The casting system in here is completely different from 5e, but I think you're all playing martialists right now, so I don't think that we really need to worry about that at the moment. Oh no, wait, no, Chris is playing like a half caster. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Though I'm pretty limited in what casting I can do. I have 2 spells.
If there's any questions that come up about that, just give me a shout. So yeah, it's a mana-based.
Oh, I actually have a question right off the bat. So the Verdant Hunter says that when I make an attack, I can cast Sprout as part of that attack. Mm-hmm. So does that mean I'm just doing the attack roll and that's counted for this spell as well, or am I rolling twice?
So I believe it says you can imbue or glyph with that. Let me double check real quick. Can you tell me where precisely it says that?
I probably can. It'll be there.
Oh, Hunter's Mark. Okay.
Yeah. It's Transgressor's Fate. Yes. You can focus on Hunter's Mark and casting a Sprout at the same time. If you hit a being marked by your Hunter's Mark, you can cast Sprout as part of the attack, with the mark being as a target.
Yeah, so that is essentially a remote or like a bolt cast right there. So yeah, that is, if you hit it, you can cast Sprout on it as a part of that action.
So it's 2 rolls, one for the attack and one for the spell.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, it says for brawling weapons, I can use a D6 for brawling and crude weapons, and unarmed was under weapons with the brawl tag, so unarmed still counts as a brawling weapon?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
That all should work. Let me see here.
So how many perks do we get? Just one from our...
You get just the starter one. Yeah. If you go human, you get an additional one as well.
Okay, cool. So let me go ahead and zip to that page here and choose 2 then, because I'm a human.
Oh, I forgot to choose a perk.
Yeah, everybody gets your first level perk for free.
Ah, shit.
There's also been an update where the equipment packs are being added into the game. So if you need a real quick loadout for like what kind of equipment you've got, that's on page 129. And that should tell you your starting wealth as well as how many slots it'll occupy if you only have the backpack equipped. Then...
yeah.
I'll take against all odds for my perk.
Oh man, just got done writing that one down on my piece of paper. Okay. You spoke first, I'll choose again.
We can pull that bit.
Now I want to see a variety.
Yeah. I love that. I love that luck is the thing that's making people go like, "Oh, okay." Like, wait, what?
Well, yeah, I really latched on. What was it when you were doing like the Zodiac and who was it?
I was gonna do a fortune class. Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, a few of your designer buddies just really got me thinking about like, what is luck? How would I design luck? And so now I remember you were designing a luck mechanic. I haven't been on your streams in months for this design, but I was very interested to see what you were gonna do with luck. So
it's a lot of the kind of cushion in here. It's a lot of what's kind of making you feel like the story is always kind of going in the hero's favor with Vagabond. In some ways, it's going to feel very anime, like actually behind you kid style stuff. But yeah. I was really curious what people were going to wind up doing with ones like the Luck Child Sorcerer, and seeing it this last week, and I was like, all right, we finally have like our extreme. I've been wanting to see like optimizers get a hold of that one and crunch it. So yeah. Is there anything anybody needs? Any help, guidance right now? All that good business.
I don't think so.
Can I have an animal companion?
Yeah, if you want to take that perk, go for it.
All right.
I do have a chicken, but it's not a familiar or animal companion. I just bought a chicken.
Nice.
By the way.
You bought us dinner.
Yeah.
No.
It's your friend?
You do not touch chickpea.
My character is a wolf, so he likes chickens.
All right, so my animal companion is going to be a fox, and I have to constantly try to keep them, scold them for trying to eat your chicken.
Oh, God. I'm going to have to watch all of you if there's feathers in your mouth. Like, where did a chickpea go?
Yeah, my ancestry is beast folk and wolfen. So yeah,
I went
like
beast
chickens.
folk as well, but I'm like a rat dude.
Here, this. I'm gonna turn that volume down. I needed a little bit of music going on in my background, but
Hey, Trek.
I know. Yeah, hey everybody over in Ted's chat and everything. including Trek. Hey, what up,
Everybody.
man? Yeah.
I don't normally stream on this day, so like no one knows to come here.
Okay, so you all should currently have access to your tokens over on Roll20. This is a very, very big map, so you might have to scroll out to see. You all should be at the very bottom.
Oh, is there a I just see black. Oh, there's a thing at the bottom. I see it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so sorry, I'm just double checking a few things here. Now with this adventure, just getting some things off this map real quick. So with this adventure, again, this is the Temple of 1,000 Swords by Brad Kerr. We are just kind of playing this to kind of get a feel for how things are really working out. And with you all currently, so this adventure is one of my favorite like absurdist dungeons I've ever run. So you all, throughout the course of the last like 2 weeks, there's been a priest that went missing from a nearby village. No one really knows what happened to the guy. They just know he went out after hearing about words of a swordsman that was traveling the land and just kind of slaughtering people without any regard for well-being or any purpose seemingly. So this guy set out, his name was Peter, and went missing roughly 2 weeks ago. And around that same time, suddenly in that same village, the water sources started filling up with not just an odd iron scent, but also swords just started flowing down the river and making all the water taste like rust, making everything just kind of like unpotable. Eventually, the situation got so bad, either from you all personally being affected by the situation, or you all having been contacted as mercenaries or something like that. You all have found yourself tracing the source of the water all the way to a waterfall over a mouth of a cave. You can see every once in a while there are various swords that just sort of spew out from the mouth of this cave, and we'll sort of zoom out on our little movie montage here, and we'll go clockwise. I will just have everybody kind of introduce your characters before we get super into this. So let's start with Jordan.
Sure. So I'm an orc. My name is Wasatch, and I get high off gambling. I love it. It just gets my orc blood boiling. You know, some orcs get high on battle rage and all that kind of massacring, but I get my kicks on a good life or death situation, whether it be with the cards or with a blade. So that's me.
Nice. So we got Wasatch. Ked, who are you playing?
So you'll see like a little like rat dude. He's got this like crooked staff thing with him, but he's got these like weird blades. They're technically katars according to the rules, but I'm going to flavor them more as like small like tiger claws situation going on. And he's like missing part of an ear, like with one eye, like there's like a scratch across it. He's like snaggletooth, and his tail is obviously broken and just like bound up with some cloth and stuff. And his name is Ruts. And he's got his little pet chicken, Chickpea, which is not breakfast or lunch or dinner, Mr. Wolfman. And he is here because Chickpea drank from the tainted water and is sick, and he wants to stop it so that no more chickens have to get sick.
Nice. Now, Zip, I did get you a token. I just saw that it didn't have vision. You might zoom out and double check. We're all the way at the bottom of the map right now, by the way, over on Roll20.
Oh, okay. I see. There we are.
Okay.
I think if you like shift click or whatever,
shield guy.
If you like shift ping, I think it's shift. It brings us all to the spot that you ping it to.
Ping should be down here.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you want to tell us your character's name, all that good business, introduce us to who you're playing tonight.
Yeah, sure. So my name is Ricky Zip. I am playing a human fighter. His name is going to be Jazz.
Okay.
Yeah. And he likes the fact that metal is heavy. So he is wearing, armor, sword, and shield. Yeah, and he has a pet fox named Dancer.
Okay.
I get a fox and a chicken?
Chris, what you playing?
All right.
Yeah, let's see.
I am playing Remus, who is a beastfolk wolfen. So he's an anthropomorphic wolf. He's a little bigger than a human.
That's a good name.
Looks quite strong. Yeah, you notice he has a hide armor made out of looks like stag hide that he's hunted down because he is a hunter. Now I don't know if you need to set this up, Taron, but he has dark vision.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get that going for you.
Me too.
Okay. And he is really good at a bow, and he has no proficiency with melee weapons, so he'll be counting on you guys to get in close so he can shoot stuff.
Setting up that dark vision. All right. So there we go. Now, so you all have gathered around this merry band, whether or not you've known each other for a super long time or whatever, but we are all currently gathered at the mouth of this this cave that there's water kind of coming forth. The water looks to be about shin deep, and you do see several swords that just sort of, some of them will float, some of them just stay sunk to the bottom. But from where you all are currently standing, it seems that the swords will plop out into the water and go actually towards the southeast and flow downriver.
Well, if we want to get to the source, I suppose we want to go to the northwest.
I agree with that.
Sorry, north, where you guys currently are, you're looking to the east, and you can see in this direction. There we go. That's where the mouth of the cave seems to be letting these swords out.
Okay. Well, then that's the way we want to go.
Yeah, west is wrong. We gotta go east. Wolf people, I swear.
By the way, if there is an environmental hazard, as long as I'm the navigator of the group, we all have favored checks
Nice.
for dealing with it.
So
I will recommend we head to the cave.
All right. I have no objection.
Should we go sneaky?
Yes, always.
Go sneaky.
So with something like that, there is, water kind of rushing out of the top of this waterfall on top of the cave. For something like a group stealth check, what we're going to do is everybody is going to be making that sneak check. And if at least half of you pass, then it counts as the group having passed through. But we'll make that whenever we actually get up into the cave, all that good stuff. So, but yeah, as of right now, you all are currently standing in about shin-high water. You can see every once in a while there's like rusted swords kind of at the very bottom of the river that are just, hodgepodge kind of stuck everywhere. Carefully kind of walking around not to actually ding yourself on any of these things.
I don't like this neck-high water.
Oh, you're a small one. Do you wish to go on my shoulders?
Nah, I'm floating. I'm fine. I'm good.
And chickpeas like on my head.
All right.
Let's scout ahead. There we go.
You guys heading up over there?
Yeah.
We are.
Okay. Ruts, it's whenever you get up here close to the mouth, you start hearing this like, oh god damn it, and like clanging of swords. It's like further up in, so it's more like this. It's echoing off the walls. Is it like kind of echoing off the walls? You just hear the sounds of what sounds like if like a duck person was just sort of yelling at something.
If it wasn't for the two of you, this would be a furry campaign. Okay.
All right, so we should sneak up.
Yeah. You.
And I'm like pointing at the guy in the heavy armor.
You better be sneaky this time.
I shall try my best. And instead, I'll like look at my fox and try to get him to go ahead of me, and then I'll go further behind.
Okay.
So then I just have to roll higher than the stealth roll in our skills.
Equal to or higher than? Yeah.
Equal to or higher than sneak. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want us to roll before we, as we're going in?
If you guys are going down this cave entrance,
We are.
okay.
I made it.
Oh, we needed to roll high, right? Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's not no bueno.
Okay. So we got
It all comes down to the last roll.
Now, is that when we get luck when we fail?
No, it is on a crit success on a skill check.
On a crit, you get the luck.
Yeah,
okay.
so you get luck whenever you complete a long rest.
So we start with full luck.
A rest. Yes, you start with. So the way that it works, your luck score is how many luck points you're getting every rest.
Oh, okay.
And then you'll be able to get them in the same ways that like either by getting a crit on a skill check or through like the same thing that they do for inspiration, where like if there's just something, for me it's always like if there's a super clever idea that just completely subverts my plan, then I'm like, okay, that's inspiration right there. Like, yeah.
So for me, for my failure, I'd actually like to use a luck point for a fluke. And what it was like Chickpea started to actually like squawk, which was ruining my my stealth. So I just like quickly dunk her under the water for a second.
Okay. Just a real quick thing. Double check on your character sheets. The checkboxes that are next to the skills are showing that you're trained with it.
I am trying. Yeah, I rolled a 2. That's why I failed.
Yeah. Sorry, I saw Jordan's sheet over in the Discord chat.
Yeah, thank you.
So all right. So with that, there's like a real quick, almost like, and then you just kind of dunk the chicken underwater. If we could get our sneak checks from Jordan and Zip.
Oh no, I failed. I got an 11.
Oh, okay.
No,
I needed to roll an 8 and I rolled a 4. So
as you all
guys are the worst.
As you all are sort of walking through here, you feel a who's currently in the front? Who's like our marching order leader?
Chris's character is.
Okay.
I am. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were saying you were like the navigator, but maybe that doesn't.
I am. Yeah, that's true. So, but when combat starts, I'm hoping you guys go up front because I do not have melee weapon proficiency.
Ruts would be fine to be up front. He's like used to like sneaking around and doing stuff, so we could put Ruts up front.
myself being in back, despite the fact that I'm heavily armored. I'm stopping us from getting ambushed from the rear.
So whoever's in front, I guess Ruts, as you all are kind of poking around to see like what's going on further on down this this cave, you feel as a blade just sort of underwater cuts into your ankle, and you can't help but let out just like a and as you do, there's you hear a quiet, and as you can see further on down, there's several about man-sized duck people with swords that suddenly turn their attention to the cave entrance, and they all point their swords over and they're like, Leave this place, intruders! You assholes!
Oh, I think we gotta leave.
Yeah, gotta leave. I shoot one in the face.
Oh no! Let's surrender.
You're just popping up shot on one?
Yeah, he says leave, and I put an arrow between his bill.
All right, go for it. Make the attack check.
Sure.
What are you doing? We were gonna run.
That is a hit.
All right. So you're going ahead and roll the damage on that.
All right. And when I hit him, I will apply Hunter's Mark and Sprout.
And which one do you want? Do you want it to be the one that was like pointing the sword at you?
Yeah. Whichever one was talking,
Yes.
I want to shut him up. So this will be my casting roll, which is a success.
Okay.
And I'll throw. No, I won't throw any mana. I'll just do an extra d6 damage with that.
All right. So go ahead and roll your damage on it.
11 points.
So he's like, leave, intruders, leave. And then as he's pointing it your way, your arrow hits and just sort of wraps his body in thorny like vines, and he falls over as the other duckmen just sort of look at him and like look back at you all for a moment, seeming panicked.
Does anyone else want to talk?
You see one of them actually reach for his butt and pull up some sort of viscera, and they are running towards the water's edge at you all. So, just a real quick thing for combat in Vagabond. Combat and exploration are meant to flow pretty seamlessly in between each other. as of this point, we're pretty much in a combat situation. So he's taking a shot, and it's the attacks, everything are just sort of run in the same way that we would do like skill checks in any other game. So with that, you all essentially have the first group turn since we're doing group initiative. And I say that, so that's Chris's turn, and now it's up to you all to decide what you would like to do.
Do they look like they have a lot in the way of like what kind of weapons are they wielding?
Swords, just rusted, nasty looking swords. They are, duckmen with like the chests of like men wearing scraps of leather. All of their feathers seem to be matted and just caked in nastiness.
All right, so can we just like go in whatever order we want because we're doing it as a group? Okay, so I will say this is why we don't even bother. We shouldn't even bother to sneak. I'll charge in there and try to like shoulder one into another. Okay.
So you're taking the dash action or the rush action, whatever. And, 1, 2. So you are. Oh god, Jazz, right?
We're a long way away.
Yeah, we are a long way away.
Yeah, you can get to right about here.
How do I thought there was a measurement thing.
The water itself is about shin deep. That would be about your standard movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 could get you right about here.
Okay. Oh, so they're all the way at the end of this. This gray zone?
Yeah. If you kind of scroll further up, you can see they're further within in this cave system, and it does seem to be a little well lit down there by what looks like maybe torches. And you can see now 4 of these duckmen standing around the corpse of one of their buddies, and what looks like a 30-foot tall statue wielding a sword. I know it's holding a spear and roll 20. I worked with what they would give me.
Whatever. So I have a movement of
my immersion is ruined.
Yes, I know.
I have a movement of 35, so that's like 7 squares, and I double that if I dash.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll just go ahead and dash in too.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And I ignored, like, if the water would do difficult terrain, I have feather steps, so I ignore difficult terrain from non-magical stuff.
Nice.
All right, so I do not have that ability, so I just move up 7 squares.
Okay.
Okay, now I see the duckman. Okay, cool.
Hurry up, Metal Man.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. You're doing, okay, I understand. I'm tracking now.
Wait, Wasatch? Wasatch?
Wasatch. Yep.
Wasatch. All right. What's he doing?
I'm going to take out, I guess I've got a light crossbow. I'd like to get in range and take a shot.
Okay, go for it. So,
right.
By the way, if you're using ranged weapons, you don't have to worry about distance at all. It's if you can see it, you can shoot it.
Okay. I need to worry about
unless you got a shotgun.
Yeah. If it has the close tag, then that means it can only be shot up to 30 feet. But it's the same thing as with 5e. If it's within 5 feet of you, it's hindered.
Okay. So I roll a d20.
Mm-hmm.
And what are these tick marks on the character sheet? Sorry, for melee and range. Do I need to tick those or?
Yeah.
You want to hit your You want to hit your ranged number.
Okay. So I need to roll a 10.
Correct. Yeah, since you're trained with ranged as a rogue. The other thing is whenever you're doing finesse attacks, that uses your finesse skill check right there for the attack roll. But yeah, go for the ranged attack with that.
Okay, I rolled a 6 on the d20.
Okay, so that would be it would be a fail, but you could use luck to roll that again to make that a pass instead.
Not to roll it again, but just make it a pass.
Yeah, just to straight up make it hit anyways.
Okay, I don't have a good handle on how much I should save my luck or not yet, so I think I will save it for now.
All right, cool. I think that was everybody except Remus. You haven't moved quite yet.
No, so I can move up to 8. So I'll move there.
Okay. Now, with that, having seen you all now running in, this one with this nastiness, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is going to run at that Ruts as it throws this gross duck juice or whatever this is at you. I need you to make me a dodge check.
Slowpokes, why am I alone? Dodge check. Okay, so that's an 11. Made it.
All right. So it just lands kind of harmlessly in the water and just disperses next to you. The other ones are running up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to dash. 3, 4, 5. They're going to get up on you.
Oh, shit.
Alrighty. Now, y'all's turn.
Oh, I'm good to go if everyone's all right with that.
Go ahead.
All right, pack instincts. So this is kind of what I'm built for. So we'll start with enemy number 2.
Okay.
I will at the start of our turn, I throw my hunter's mark on him, and I can make an attack with favor.
Do it to it.
That will hit.
All right.
And then we're going to throw Sprout on there. No, Sprout did not work. So just a D8 damage. 8.
Okay. So which enemy was that?
Number 2.
All right. So you throw up your hunter's mark as it sort of guides your shot through sort of the chaos of what's happening, and you see them surrounding ruts. And as that one starts running up to hit him, you just like, and it falls down limp.
And then I will use Limit Break, and I will target enemy 5.
Go for it.
A 7 is a miss. Do I want to spend luck? No, I think we're good.
Okay. So that shot just goes a little bit wide and further on down into the chamber. Who do we got up next?
If either of you can get up to me, I also have the pack instinct thing. So I'm hoping if one of you can get up to me to get it.
Tell you what. There you go.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, I would like to attack enemy number 5 then. What do I have?
Okay.
I have like a bunch of weapons. Oh, my guitars have keen. What does keen do again?
It's a 19 to crit.
Oh, yeah, I'm using the guitars to attack. Now, it starts me with 2 guitars, but it doesn't say anything about dual wielding. Is that?
They're both one. So if it's one hand, basically, if it's not a 2-handed grip, you can dual wield it.
And it gives you 1 additional attack.
Oh, okay. So I can attack twice then with the guitars.
Yep. Just.
Okay. Yeah. We'll start with enemy 5. And I meant to roll twice. Ooh. No, 7's not gonna cut it.
Woof.
I needed an 8. So
hit him again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna attack him again. Let's do this. Oh,
there it is.
Well, there you go.
I didn't need the second one. So that's on a crit.
You add your casting or your attack stat.
I have my attack stat, so might. So that is a 6. Okay, let's go. So do this 6, and then I will just manually add it on there. Oh, and it exploded too, because I get exploding on my stuff. Just double checking doing that, right?
The duck is exploding.
Yeah.
I'm just double checking I'm not cheating, and I did read that right. Where was the thing that it exploded again?
Yeah, I was wondering which.
Your damage dice with brawling weapons explode when they roll their highest value under underdog. Okay, so that is 17 damage from that hit.
So yeah, quite like what Chris was just saying there. As you land these punches in with this guitar, it just seems to emulsify the duck as it falls over into the water. You're talking about number 5, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now, Zip or Jordan, who's up?
I think I am going to command my fox to sort of run through the water and bite number 3 on the ankles.
Okay.
Then I'm going to move up using my movement. But instead of dashing, I am going to take out my spear and just try to throw it into number 3's back, while it's getting its ankles bit by the fox.
All right. So make the survival check for the fox. To see if that hits.
I'm not very good at survival. Oh no, very close. I got 16, but I needed 17.
So you tell it to go up and bite its ankles, but the water just seems to be a bit deep, and it's not really able to quite find an area to really latch into. But yeah, go ahead and toss your spear.
Okay, and that is I'd make a ranged attack on that one.
So that would be a melee thrown weapon.
Okay, so just my melee number then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, I scored a hit.
All right.
Let me pull up the spear damage.
Should be a D6 if I'm remembering that right.
Okay, I'll take your word on it and then look it up in a second. Yeah, I got 2 damage.
All right. So in its chaos that's going on, you just try to throw at anything that looks hostile at the other end of the cavern, making just grazing it off this duck. Jordan, what's going on, man?
I'm going to move up a little bit, and I'm going to take a shot at enemy number 3. And using my finesse roll, I believe I hit. I got a 14.
All right, right on. So you are where are you at right now? Okay, down there.
Yeah, I'm down there. And so a light crossbow that deals. Let's see, it's 2 hand, or what did I say? Hand crossbow, light hand. Anyway, a D6. Okay. 3 damage, I suppose. And then I don't think I get sneak attacks. I'm not behind him. I didn't have favor, so I think that's all I do.
Correct. So, I think that's just about everybody. Is there anybody that wants to move, anything like that, before we go to their turn?
I think I'll stay
Good.
where I am.
I'm good.
All right. Remus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enemy 1 and enemy 3 are currently flanking you. I need you to make 2 dodge checks with a -2 penalty.
Okay. First one failed. Second one failed.
So these guys, as they get around you, you feel a sword cut down your back for 7 slashing damage.
All right, and it becomes 6 because of my armor, right?
And then as you sort of like reel back from that, the one in front of you sinks another sword in for 3 piercing damage.
Okay. Already?
And now, as they're doing that, you're just hearing this loud cacophony of like, and as this sound kind of echoes in this chamber, I need everyone that's, so this would be Remus. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need Jazz, Ruts, and Remus to make me endure checks.
No. Also, we have someone from chat asking what rogue sub you are.
Gambler.
So let's just roll it first of all.
I made it.
I made it.
Pretty sure I made it. Endure check. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you could feel your ears beginning to ring and just like kind of like encroaching on like all your focus for the moment, but nothing seems to have actually like caused a major effect. It's you all's turn.
I'm gonna try to keep going up to this dude. 2, 3, 4. I can almost get right up there. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna use my action to sort of like lunge at him. I guess try to get as close as I can.
Yep, go for it.
Wait. Can I, when you shove someone, does it have to be directly away from you, or can I position him?
That's if there's somebody like obstructing that side and you want to get it diagonally, like I don't mind that.
Because I was, instead of him using his action to, like, you were going to use your action to get up that extra bit, right? Like, what if on my turn I shove him towards you?
Distance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like, can I shove? Can I try to use one of my attacks as a shove?
And by the way, you guys are absolutely encouraged to do that kind of like wargaming talk about like what you should do with your actions. I just consider you guys to be like a fairly decently coordinated team of heroes. So like,
yeah, this is the number 6 maneuver. I'm gonna pull out my sword and you're gonna shove him into it.
We got like football call outs being like, hi. Okay, so in that case, I would like to go use my attacks first because I'll try to shove them towards you. So it's still a normal attack for the shove bit, right? Or am I using?
So it's a brawn. It's brawn.
Okay. Same number for me. That's fine. We're good.
Okay. So you're shoving. You see Jazz coming up, running up the corridor, and you're just gonna shove this duck into him.
Yeah, yeah, and then I'd like to follow it up with like on the second one, like the guitar to the kidneys.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
right.
Oh, so you already did the brawn check, and then that was the first one, right?
Yeah. So and then it's 8, which is just what I need. I have an 8 to attack with the guitar.
So you like shove him, and as you do, you're like pushing in with the guitar. Go ahead and roll the damage.
1.
Okay. He just sort of like flops over, like Jazz. You see him just like falling towards you now.
All right, so I got my sword already readied for him to like get shoved into in the back.
Go for it.
Oh, so if I understand these rules correctly, can I petition to make a favored roll here due to our coordinated setup?
We'll allow it here. Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, I did
actually could I have said
strike
on my turn, like as part of my movement, go there.
Sure. Yeah, and then I'll give him a +2 bonus to the roll.
Yeah. So in either case, I did get it. So he is impaled upon my sword, which is a long sword, which is a D8.
Okay.
With the has 2 properties to it. I'm trying to remember, it's like straight and keen or something like that.
It should be keen and heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did 6 points of damage.
So with that, the shove just impales the thing like on your sword. It can't even really bother to try and catch itself. It just sort of like and like lands there on your blade.
Nice.
Teamwork.
Now,
You can show like the elbow to elbow.
Yeah.
and with that, who we got? Wasich and Remus.
Yeah. To unequip a weapon, is that something you do for free, or is
You can do it once for free on your turn.
All right, I'm gonna go here and then here. I'm gonna unequip my bow, and out come the gauntlets, and I will do the same thing. I will start with a shove.
Go for it.
Success. And then I will follow him as he moves towards my buddy.
So you're pushing it 5 feet.
Yeah.
All right.
And I follow him up, and now I've got my pack instincts with the follow-up.
And you got the
which
+2
hits,
from it being flanked, so yeah.
and I will apply a sprout, which succeeds this time. And let's throw a mana on there for an extra point of damage, or an extra die of damage.
Yeah.
So it's just a D4 for the gauntlets, and then 2 more for the sprout is 10.
Paint me a picture. How does this look?
Well, I imagine he gets pushed, his head knocks back, and then I clock him in the back of the head with a sucker punch. And then it goes forward, and then like grass spews out of his mouth as he dies.
See, as it like lands in the water, also like kind of choking on the water that's down there, and there's just buds and vines that sprout forth from the bill as it like it goes quiet. And with that, you all kind of taking in the room around you, you see this massive, what looks like a 30-foot tall statue kind of on the other direction. There's a pile of swords directly in front of the statue. Seems to be about 10 feet wide by about like 5 feet tall. There's a chamber over to the west, or sorry, I say a chamber, a hallway going over towards the west. The waterway that you all are currently standing in seems to be coming from a stream to the east. And then back behind the statue on the north, you can see what looks like a big pit full of sand. But whenever I say pit, I mean more like a fighting pit almost. It seems like there's an entire arena back behind this statue. And then just sort of all throughout, like in all the corners and recesses of the dungeon, you see several rusted swords just kind of thrown up. It's like the place is just lousy with swords.
Now, the swords were floating down this waterway, right? Like that's the issue that we came here to resolve.
Correct.
So are they floating from this like eastern waterway still, or is it like littering from this room?
Yeah, you can see every once in a while they're sort of like kicking up, like another one kind of gets kicked up into the waterway. Some of them are actually like floating on the water as it's getting taken down. But yeah, you can just see there's swords everywhere in the water.
Okay, so I will pick up my spear out of the back of one of those duckmen, and then I'll use this sort of gesture to the pile of swords to the rogue. You know, is that worth checking out?
Oh, that doesn't look like anything I'd give much attention. I'm looking for fancier things. These all look like dime a dozen knockoffs. You know, you got to know what you're working with so you don't get hustled. And I feel like we'd be hustled if we thought these were worth our time.
All right, so I'm gonna try to walk out of the water then onto the land.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get out of the wet. Ugh. Do that shake thing for my fur, like try to get as much of it.
Same thing.
No, I just did that. Oh, fuck.
So you guys get up out of the water, shake off, kind of get yourselves dry a little bit.
I try to use my shield to block it.
I'm wet again.
I definitely smell like wet dog right now.
Now, you all hear like there's a sort of like as it's getting louder and louder and louder, and you guys see a like literal what looks like a tumbleweed of swords that sort of rolls out from this westmost wall and just sort of keeps rolling, going all the way down to this chamber over here. It goes further on down that hallway and just kind of goes through, not really stopping for anything.
All right, so the swords seem to be coming from here.
So walking up and looking down the hall from a distance, do I see anything?
Which hallway? Over to the right?
Yeah, where the noise is coming from.
Yeah, so it's flooded. You can see it looks like, I guess from judgment, it's probably about waist high. You do see that there is a passageway of some sort on the south wall further on down this hallway. And then as you keep going down, about 50 to 80 feet further on down, you almost see what looks like a grotto of some sort. Like way further in, because you can see several like iridescent looking lights down below the water.
And so then I'll point to the rogue. Is that more of the shinies you're looking for?
That's the stuff.
Well, we're not here for shinies. We're here to stop the bad poison stuff.
Well,
Why not both?
Secondary reasons, you know.
All right. I live a simple life. I don't think about it.
Opportunity is always waiting if you are looking for it. And so if you just only get fixated on one goal, you're going to miss the other opportunities that come with it.
You might live a simple life, but I'm an adventurer and a warrior. I'm going to live a short life, and it might as well be pleasant.
Is that like the hustler's like optimism right there?
Yeah. And then so like carefully, I'm going to start like tiptoeing towards where we're seeing those shiny lights coming out from the water.
Okay.
In my head, I'm thinking it's gems, hopefully.
Yeah, and you do feel that the water is getting slightly deeper as you keep going in. Where it was originally shin high, it's now becoming like waist high and now like belly button high.
I'm going to try to command my fox to go dive.
Okay. So
I'm not good at nature. I'm not good at survival, so it's unlikely this will happen, but it's worth a go.
Do you want me to command your fox?
I mean, if it's just like if you're just asking it to dive, it can just like go like in the water.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to fetch whatever's making that light.
Oh, further on down, like in the chamber.
I thought the Is the light coming from down where the water is?
It's coming from all the way down here. Like way further on in, like 120 feet away from you all.
I see what you're pinging now.
Sorry if I wasn't super descriptive on that.
No, you probably were. I just probably forgot. I don't know. You folks want to go check that out?
Sure.
All right.
Game.
So once we get a little bit closer, oh my gosh, it opens up into another hallway.
Yeah. And actually, as you, Jazz, as you make it about like 15 feet in, you hear this like kind of clattering, clanging, and what sounds like loud scraping over and over and over again. As you look into that south room and you see there's several tentacles coming up from the water, each of them holding a sword and just sort of like smashing them against some oysters that are on the wall and like breaking them open and kind of using the tentacle to like bring the muscle to its own like mouth as there's this massive oh wait, why is it not GMI, there we go, as there's this massive giant octopus in this room with what looks like about 7 swords in its hands as it's just kind of banging them up against the wall trying to scrape muscles like off the wall.
Well, now that I'm committed, I'm gonna try to hurry to the other side and then try to like mouth down to my companions, oyster bar, and point into the room.
Are we gonna leave that dungeon slime alone?
I don't. It hasn't been mouthy yet.
Okay, good. Bye, dungeon slime.
So you guys are doing what exactly?
I think we're leaving it to its meal.
We're passing it. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it doesn't even pay you any mind as it's just sort of like scraping more of these off with these swords. And as you get sort of further in, you can hear this like, oh yes, slap it over here. And there's a splash, and a sort of like, and
What's that?
A pretty voice, if I ever heard one.
All right,
I guess
we
I
got a
could.
chamber to the right here. Maybe we should check that out.
I think so too.
I'll take a step in.
okay. So it is like now chest high, and as you walk in, you can see there's several what look like. I'll give you this description before you go that far. Several human-sized, look like fish people with fins that are currently playing what looks like some sort of underwater sports ball or whatever. Every once in a while, one of them will like come up, breach the water, and use its like fin to slap the ball like all the way on the other side, and another one will like come up, and then they're like, "Oh yes, that was a good one. Yes, haha. Not as good as mine, but I'll come after you next time."
Beautiful voices.
Swedish fish playing water polo. Okay.
I like
So is this where we saw like the lights coming from, like under the
Yes.
water?
You can see under the water, there are like the thing that's like illuminating these figures is what look to be about like fist size iridescent illuminating pearls that are sort of all along the bottom illuminating underwater, as well as the sort of ambient light here in the interior.
All right, so there were gemstones underneath the water. The gems are actually pearls.
I
They're
don't.
guarded by fish polo.
I don't think we can take those. I think it belongs to them. Stealing's wrong.
And there's a sudden sploosh as like you all's heads are above the water, and you see their ball has landed like directly in front of you.
I'll pass it back. Heads up.
You throw it, and then there's one that's like breaching the water about like 15 feet away from you all that just sort of looks, and he's like, "It's oh, who are you?"
Pearl collector. You got any pearls in here? And I'll look at the chicken one more time and just be like, stealing is subjective, as is being wrong is subjective. So it's double subjective, so I wouldn't worry too much about it.
I'd have to argue that mostly because I'm not sure what subjective means.
It means it depends.
He's like, you do what with the chicken?
I have a chicken. What?
Is stealing? What?
No, I said stealing's bad. We're not going to do that.
What? What are you all doing in here?
We're here for the sword, whatever is causing the swords.
He looks back and he's like, men, they're here for the swords. And then another one of them goes, do they have tails?
Yes.
Yes.
I wag mine.
My butt is covered in armor, so I'm gonna pretend like it has a tail too, and just turn around and like shake it.
Mine's easy to show because I would have to be swimming at this point, and rats are pretty good swimmers, but yeah.
And he looks back and he's like, they have tails, just not the cool ones like we do. And they're like, and he's like, oh, yes, we can mock them now. Ha ha ha! Yes, the finless ones. Ha ha! You can't even play the snap ball. And they like.
I shoot him in the face.
Always on the shooting.
He got mouthy.
Go ahead and make the attack roll.
Don't be mouthy.
I'm just gonna play them for the pearls.
You're always shooting them. We can't go back to like 3 taverns because of you.
He misunderstood the rules of the game. He thought it was an archery-based sport.
And he takes 4 damage.
You shoot him and you hit him dead center, and he just and falls back into the water dead.
Anyone else want to have something to say?
And they're like,
who likes to laugh? Come on, laugh!
Several of them stop and they're like, we have to tell Lydia. Go back and tell Lydia. And like a couple of them go underwater.
All right. Well, Lydia is going to be told, I guess.
I bet Lydia's real polite, not mouthy.
What's the rest of y'all doing?
I'm gonna see if I can-
So Chris, did Remus take the bully perk, or did you just?
Right?
No, he doesn't put up with lip. It's got
No
no use
mechanic
for it.
required.
It was supposed to be called glass cannon, not loose cannon.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you making fun of Remus in character?
So I'm just gonna sort of shrug my shoulders, walk over to the other like fish athlete that's still standing, point to one of the pearls at the bottom and say, "Can I have that?"
Yeah. Oh, well, okay. So in here, you would need to be swimming right now.
Yeah. Well, I'll swim over to him
Okay. So he's like, go get Lydia. Go get Lydia.
in my heavy armor. Like,
You're like, can we have one of those?
well, no, like a little bit more threatening because we just murdered one of his friends for no reason. He gave me a funny look, so now he's dead.
So that he's like, you killed Hans, and now you ask for the pearl?
I'm not gonna ask twice. Yes, I'm not gonna ask twice.
You can let's go for the influence check with Faber.
I wasn't intending to be a murder hobo, but since we're here, you know.
I'm just gonna look at Check P and be like, I think we're the bad guys.
No, I failed. I got a 3. I needed a 16.
He goes, how dare you? And just like smacks. I need you to make a dodge check.
Got bitch slapped.
I failed my dodge check too, so he smacks me.
All right.
I shoot him in the face.
So it's 1 damage as he just, how dare you smack, and
Hostile act, hostile
and
intent.
I hit him,
all right.
and he takes 7 damage.
So as he smacks Jazz, there's just an arrow that comes through and pierces the side of his neck and just falls down into the water.
Wolfman, murder's not always the answer.
That is true. but it's often the answer.
Oh my gosh.
So I come back up to he smacked me across the face. Probably went down to the water. Came back. I'm coughing and trying to paddle back to shore.
And you hear a couple of them go, Mr. Senior, over here, Mr. Senior. And there's you see what looks like the only female one of these you've seen riding in on a what looks like a koi made entirely out of water that looks to be about 10 feet wide, kind of almost carrying her in as she's wielding this sword in her hand, almost just sort of nonchalantly oh yes, are you the ones killing my men?
Yes.
Yes.
They're not men, they're fish.
Oh,
And
hold
they're
on.
lippy.
I mean, we're still men, people, and we're not like you. I wouldn't judge on the fish people. We got beef too.
Oh, you're a person. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I thought men was reserved for people like me. And I have 2 arms. I don't have hair everywhere. No? Okay. And then I walk back, sort of ashamed of my actions.
Real men have hair everywhere.
She sort of points the sword over and she's like, who was it over here that killed these two?
It was me.
Will you marry me?
I know. Let me go over there and sniff your ass, and I'll let you know.
And she's taken aback by the sudden brutishness, I guess is what we would say in this situation. And she sort of rides in on this water elemental, and she's like, I need some men with taste. The strength was nice, but that was uncalled for. This is uncalled for now. Just go and I won't have to do anything to you.
I mean, you would have done stuff to him if you'd married him anyways, yeah?
He's broken my heart.
No, he broke those guys' hearts with arrows.
It sounds like her ass must smell pretty bad.
Oh my god.
All right, let's go.
I'm gonna act like when someone commits a party foul and just be like, man, let's just go, guys.
I'm embarrassed.
She could have sniffed my ass.
So I'll walk over to Wasatch after hearing that sort of agree, let's just go, party foul committed. That's sort of attitude. And then ask him if he wants to make a bet. What happens in the next room? When's the next time that Remus is going to shoot someone in the face?
Oh, next room for sure.
2 seconds from now.
All right, you got to give me odds on that one, though. Can I get 4-1, 3-1?
I'll go 3-1 on that.
All right, and so we shake on it. Mm-hmm. We're heading off to the next room.
I'll get in on that action.
Yeah, he's as you all are.
I'll give you 2-1 odds.
As you all are sort of having this talk, there's a couple of the merfolk that are like, no, we should just go in there now. And another one's like, no, did you see what he did to Hans? They shoot him right in the face. No, you don't go talk to him right now. And as it's sort of fading out, are you all going north?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going north.
So into this next chamber, as you all are walking through, the water seems to get a little bit, we're talking nipple height. And as you're walking in here, every once in a while, there's a chute, kind of from the ceiling that kind of lets out about 2 or 3 swords at a time on top of this huge heaping pile in the center. I have the impression we're about right up here.
Sure.
Yeah.
And in the center of the room, you can just see there's hundreds of these swords piled up. Over to the west, rather, you see there's several sandbags that are placed up, leading off into another hallway.
So the swords are just falling through a hole in the ceiling?
Yeah, there's a chute that's about like 2 feet wide that every once in a while kind of opens up, and there's like they just fall out, and they kind of go further on down the stream every once in a while whenever there's a lot of them piled up.
Can I?
So
quickly...
I want to hold.
Go ahead.
I was gonna want to hold my shield upside down and try to catch one of these swords as it's falling out.
Okay.
Before it hits the water.
Sure. So you hold your shield out, and after about like 10 seconds or so, there's a sword that falls out, and let me see here. The sword is a pencil. Like the blade itself is almost like a Ticonderoga. Like, yeah. You can see where the eraser and bit would be. The steel bracket kind of like sprouts out into the guard. And the pommel itself is like the eraser. And the blade looks to entirely be a sharpened sword.
Like really quick, I want to like tap with the back of my hand to see if it's like hot or cold or anything like that.
Ooh, good. You're tapping the shield, or you're tapping the pencil?
I'm just gonna tap the pencil with the back of my hand. I want to see if it's like a recently forged sword. Like, is it like a factory upstairs that's shooting them down here?
It is very hot.
It's like, ow. That's why I did the fast way.
Oh.
Okay. I suppose I could just wait and see if it sizzled and hit the water as I shake my hand.
Yeah, it just kind of hits. Cool.
So are all the swords different?
You want to check another one?
I'll just look at the pile, that's sort of around me and see if they're like different shapes.
Okay. Yeah. After a while, you're kind of shifting through. You're seeing some of the newer ones that are coming out just look to be, long sword, short sword, curved sword, katana, and after kind of shifting through some more of them, let me see here. Aha. You find one that as soon as you put your hand on it, it almost feels like there's a radiating sense of courage and power that you feel sort of like go through your body the moment you just feel like optimism the moment you touch it.
Okay, so I'll take the pencil sword and I'll toss it over to shoot, what's the rat dude? What's rat dude's name?
Ruts.
Yeah, I'll take the pencil over to Ruts, say catch nerd, and I'll take the magic powerful sword.
Okay.
So I just tossed the giant pencil sword over at you.
Ow, hot.
Is it this one that you grabbed from the pile itself is a +1 relic? So that's a +1 to the damage and attack rolls.
Nice.
Now, what's everybody else doing?
I am looking impatient. Let's go.
Ruts was going to take a quick look in the pile of swords, just see if there's anything not sword.
Okay. Lots of rust, lots of pommel, lots of blade. You keep kind of looking around here. This is sort of what we would call like a scene activity. As you keep sort of looking around, would you make me an examine check?
An examine check? I'm absolutely brilliant at those. Okay, I got to roll an 18. Oh, 19.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, as you have been kind of sifting through here, eventually, apparently this is just a really good file. There's another one that you find that as you grab it, it feels unlike the other ones that have felt just sort of metal or like leather. This one feels like rock and sharp, crystalline structures. And as you're holding it, the entire blade is a sort of black and what looks like broken geode sort of blade all the way up.
Oh. Hey, this one looks pretty shiny too. Does anyone else use swords?
I do indeed use swords, but did this room count for that bet?
You know what? I'm like too busy examining my new sword too, like happy with the treasure that I don't even care. I go ahead and toss him like 3 gold coins. Do you catch them, or do any of them fall into the water?
stepped out of the water to the what is it, west to the left there. So I'll catch him.
Yeah. All right.
Yes, they sort of land next to these sandbags, and you kind of collect them. And around that time, Wasich, you hear. Oh wait, where do we got this? Let's do that. Yeah, right.
No.
I'll turn to Wasage and say double or nothing in the next room.
Come on. Wassage, catch. And I'll toss you this obsidian sword thingy.
Wow.
Yeah, you haven't seen anything.
that.
You haven't seen anything quite like that. It looks to be a short sword, straight short sword, but the blade itself is like entirely made out of like rocky geode and like crystalline structures.
Wow. Well, I like straight short swords, so I'll hold on to that. How much does it weigh?
This short sword would have the heavy property.
Okay.
Oh. So when I originally threw it to him, it went like 1 foot, and then I'm like, pick it up.
Yeah. So what's everybody doing?
Let's go. I'm done with waiting for these guys.
All right, let's go see who you shoot next.
All right.
All right. I whistle for the fox and start taking up the rear.
And there's a like.
I see people. Oh shit! Oh shit!
There's a platoon of more of these duckmen sort of on patrol, and whenever they stare down further on down the hallway, they can see Remus and Rut sort of sticking out, and they're like, "Men, get those intruders!" And they're going to start dashing you all's way.
Not intruders, health and safety.
2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, okay. 1, 2.
There's a bunch of dead fish in the next room. We're looking for a poison inspection.
You say this. Are you trying to parlay with them?
Not seriously. We're not good at that. As a group, we're not good at that. And Wolfman's just gonna fucking shoot them in the face anyway.
I can't. Well, there's one in my face right now. I can't shoot.
That's true.
Yeah, they just sort of ran towards you all now. Now it's you all's turn. So they've all used their action already.
All right. Rat Buddy, you got to take out these two guys in front of us.
I will try. All right, I'll give her first then. Let's start with enemy 2 so that we can clear the corner in case they need to like move through. So, roll. Wait, I get to roll twice because
you're favored. Yeah.
Oh, fuck off. You know, no, I am spending a luck point. I can fluke an attack check as well, right? Like any check?
Correct. Any check.
Okay. I'm spending a luck point. I had 5. I had a good luck, so I'm spending a luck point to just pass that, just to do damage.
So this is with the Qatar, I'm guessing.
This is the Qatar, yeah. So this is on enemy number 2, and
all right. So that pop.
And that is 5 damage to enemy number 2.
Alrighty. And was that both attacks?
That was 1 attack so far. Just seeing if he's dead, and I'm attacking him or to the other guy, or he's still up, right?
Okay, yeah. I mean, you punch him, and it seems like it hit something vital, because he's definitely not looking super hot. I mean, they don't really look super hot anyways, but you know.
Okay, well, let's see if we can just finish him off then. Okay, that's gonna hit. Actually, roll again. Might get crits. 1 off. Okay. And then I'm going to damage. So 3 damage to him on the second one.
So like, the double hit seems to be what did it, as the second one like enters in on the throat, comes out, and it just sort of goes limp there on the ground. And I am going to position myself here in order to give
my friend some flanking advantage if he needs it.
Yeah, so I guess I will be punching, not shooting. Ah, you lost again, Zip.
All right. Oh yeah, go ahead and punch him then.
I'm gonna punch him in the back as he turns around to look at the rat buddy. I sucker punch him in the back of the head.
All right.
That will miss.
You did get the +2 from the flank as well.
That will still miss. I need a 10 with melee. Then I will do it again. This time I crit. So I add my might with this one, right?
Yep, correct.
All right, and I will go ahead and attempt to cast as well, which I succeed, and we'll do a little extra damage. So that'll be 9 + 5 is 14.
I'm just so what's the prompt here for this action as you punch it and suddenly vines grow from its head? Like what?
Yeah, well, yeah. As the fist goes in through the back of its head into the feathers, then its bill kind of comes up, and you see my fingers there.
Almost
and a bunch of leaves shoot out.
It's almost like
along with the brains, and then I kind of push it off.
Almost like that jaw machine from Saw, as its head just kind of like and snaps at the jaw, and your hand comes out just covered in viney growth. Yeah, that one's well and dead.
I'm a rat, and even I found that gross.
So we got Wasich and Jazz.
So I take a step over. I was about to throw my spear, but I said I have no enemy, so instead I just throw 6 gold coins over at Wasatch, and then step up to this corner right here.
Okay.
So looking down the hallway, I see 2 more enemies. I guess I'll take a few more steps up to sort of block off, sort of like make a barrier in this hall so they can't get past me.
Okay. And then
Cool. That's my turn.
We'll see what Jordan wants to do whenever he gets back. Oh God.
Well, this is a good time for me to step away, get a drink. I'll be right back.
Yeah. We want to do that real quick, like 1 minute, get water, and we'll be right back with this.
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. Here we go. So it would be Wasich's turn. They stepped up to get water and stuff, and they're going to be right back.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll step forward. My speed is 40. I did have some quick questions for you, Karen,
Absolutely, yeah.
while they're getting water. So, were you saying that the obsidian short sword is you said it's got the heavy property, but is its weight in like the slot amount? Is it 1 or is it larger than that?
It would be 2 in this case.
Okay, cool. So I am able to use that. All right. And then were you saying that so my ranged attacks, am I correct that it's marked here as being an awareness check?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. If I go into melee with a finesse, though, I can make a finesse check instead of a might? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And I think because my dexterity is 6, would I have to roll an 8 to get a hit with a finesse weapon, or a 9 or something?
The trained 6 times 2 for train would be 12, so 8. Yep.
It's a multiplier. Okay, cool. So I will run up. Maybe let's see, like 1, 2, 3. Are diagonals always 5 feet in the system?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. We'll just give it that.
Okay. 3, 4, 5. 6. Let's see. I'm tempted because I can try to do like dual wielding. Do I need a perk or something to do that, or is it just
Nope.
2 one-handed weapons?
2 one-handed grip weapons.
Okay, then I guess I'll just run right.
yes, yeah.
Okay, which way is enemy 4 facing? Should I always assume they're facing someone
They were all looking like directly at you all down this hallway, so yeah, basically directly facing you.
Okay, and to be behind someone, I assume that's like I would have to be like right here behind enemy 4 to get like my sneak attack, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any other ways I could gain favor that I'm not familiar with?
I mean, you could move there if you would like to.
You can spend a luck to get favor on a roll.
Yeah.
I can? Okay.
That's the way that the other rogue was playing the other night, was just luck was their sneak attack button.
Okay. Then I guess I'll stand back a little bit then, because I heard I understand rogues are kind of squishy midliners, so I don't want to just run in and get blended up or something. But so I'll go right here. I'll use a ranged attack then.
Okay.
And then so if I use my luck for favor, do I just hit or do I roll twice?
You roll twice and use a higher result.
Okay, I got a 12 and a 17, so I'll hit.
Do it.
And that is D6.
And then plus the D4 for sneak.
Yeah. So 4 damage total, and I won't do any of the what do they call it? Exploits.
Okay. Which enemy was that to?
Number. I guess we have a chance to flank the closer they are, so I'll do that to enemies 3.
3? Okay, cool. So
I'll step back out of sight. Done.
Jazz, have you gone yet? You just did. That's right.
Yeah, I moved right up there, waiting for someone to come around so I can stab them.
All right. They are all as soon as that crossbow bolt enters that one's shoulder, it looks over, sees the their leader's head just completely like caved open, and it goes, "Fall back, man! Fall back!" as they all start running in the other direction.
I get to shoot them in the side I'd like to shoot them in.
Yes. 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And as they're running, you can hear like, "Protect the egg! Protect the egg!"
The egg.
I like eggs.
I like
Remus, it
eggs
sounds
too.
like there is an egg that needs smashed.
What's it,
It
bacon?
needs eaten. Yummy.
3, 4, 5, 6. All right, they are all running away. You all's turn.
All right. I'm going to
fast.
shoot if that's all right. Oh,
Yeah.
you go ahead. You go ahead.
Are you sure? All right.
Yeah.
All right.
If you can get up next to him, that's great.
I thought there was a way to like click the thing where it shows the square. Whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I could get right in the middle.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah, I'm gonna move right there.
Okay.
Yeah, I just get in the middle, and number 4 was already hurt, or was it number 3?
Number 3, I believe, is the one that took. Yeah. Number 3 is currently trying to dig a crossbow bolt out of his arm.
Okay, I'm gonna start with number 3 then. Focus fire.
Go for it.
So, gotta remember 2d20. Thank you. 15 will definitely get her. So that is 3 damage to number 3.
Okay.
And is he still up? Still dead?
He is so close to dying. Like, I mean, if you breathe on him, he might die.
And I rolled high enough. He's automatically prone as well. Not that I.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have rolled with favor last time. I just realized because I didn't have I still had it on by accident.
It looks
but
like
15 was the first one, so.
It's fine. Yeah.
Okay. This one, because he's prone, now I will roll with favor, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that is good, because that is a crit.
That will definitely.
So that is going to be this plus 6, 7 damage.
I mean, Look, he was at 1 health. You just scored a crit on him while he's prone. Give me the what? How brutal is this?
Okay, so yeah, so the first, so I run up. I'm not very tall. He's like, get down here. So I kneecap him, like popping his kneecap out of his leg. So he's like, oh, so like this wet noodle leg like drops him down onto the stump, and then you see the rat go, that's better, and then just like the guitar up through the bottom of the jaw, like sticking out of the top of the head.
These are like Mortal Kombat fatalities, man. So yeah, as you dig this through, it goes quiet into the ground.
I'm ready to shoot now.
Do it, Ramus.
All right, enemy 6. Hit. And let's throw a spell on there. Nope, no spell. So 8 points though to enemy 6.
The shot, and I guess the shock and awe as it's turning away, manages to down it as it's like running down the hallway.
And then I limit break.
Nice.
And I shoot enemy 4. Hit.
Sweet.
And we're throwing a spell on that one. Oh, just 4 damage though.
Okay. That was enemy 4?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, another one, as you pull from some inner reserve of adrenaline, you pop another shot off, hit enemy 4 as they're about to run right into ruts. So Jazz and Wasage, what's such?
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and try to run up closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And not being able to make it, I will get out my spear and then chuck it into enemy 4.
All right, go for it.
That's a might, and I pass. Doing 2 damage because I got a +1. Oh, never mind. Just only 1 damage. That's my sword that got the +1. My mistake.
You're good. So you throw that, it goes sailing down the hallway and lands in the back of this one. Currently still standing though.
Yeah, I only did 1 damage. It was tis but a scratch. I was worried about hitting my my partner.
Wasage.
All right. And so, for some reason, my vision is kind of blurred, but when I go look on the stream, I see that there's an enemy number 5 and a number 4. Is that the options? Basically?
Correct.
Okay. Is enemy number 5, do they have their back turned to me?
Yes.
Running away? Okay.
Currently running away from you.
And I will attack them with favor.
Oh, it could be the light sources. We see everything on the stream because I have dark vision.
Oh, is that why? Okay.
Yeah, are you... Let me see.
How far should I be seen? I do read the dark vision rules.
Yeah, I mean, your vision in here is probably... Here, hang on 1 sec. Let me see. If there's just not a light source, we can fix that. Bam.
Okay, cool.
How about that?
How does dark vision usually work in this game?
If it's natural dark, you can see in it.
Okay, gotcha. All right, I will... Ooh, I guess I miss. A 6 and a 4. So...
Woof.
That's it.
Yeah, you could spin your luck on it. God, I know. I'm just reminding because people tend to forget that in playtest.
Well, I'm liking these luck points, but I don't want to use them up. It doesn't seem like we'll get a rest in this dungeon type scenario. So I'm gonna save it.
We get them back on a crit, you said, right?
You get them back on a crit on a skill check.
Oh, a skill check. Okay.
Right. So you, as you're going in for another shot, this one seems to sail wide. And with that, I believe if nobody else has got anything going on, 2, 3, 4.
Forgot my glasses.
10.
I guess I would actually close as well. There.
Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They are still just running from you all. What's up? Your turn.
Well, I'll continue to chase, I guess.
Yeah, that gets me excited.
Yeah. Yeah, let's
I can double move and get right next to enemy 4.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, what?
I'll shoot enemy 4 then.
Okay.
You tell me to duck, and I duck at just the right moment.
Oh, wait to move.
and I hit him.
All right, go for it.
And threw a spell on there, and we'll do 5 points to him.
As it's trying to move across and like round this corner, you're able to just land a pop shot on it, and as it hits, the viney growths seem to even like secure it to the wall.
I've decided that since I am a wolf, they won't be viney growths. They're it's like pine needles. Shoot out from the skin.
So yeah, as these needles sort of like sprout up from their skin and everything, poking past the fur, they just sort of like land still, and you all can hear just further on down in the chamber.
Oh, let's go get breakfast.
Can I make that my ringtone?
Yes. All right, so that was Remus. Anybody else?
I'll also step up. I don't see the other ones though.
I guess I'll move as
It rounded the corner up there, heading south.
Yeah.
So I could theoretically do 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, I see a person. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's just me booking it. I see a person. I just start like skittering along the ground towards it, like ah.
Okay. So yeah, you see him further up, as he seems to be running towards a chamber. Further on down this hallway, you can see what looks like a massive, probably about like 15-foot tall duck egg in a nest, all the way at the end of the chamber.
Oh.
Now, who's up next?
I see breakfast.
Who we got?
Is it our group's turn again?
No, it's still you guys. I think Jazz hasn't gone and Wasich hasn't gone.
Oh, I used my movement. I used my turn to get double move.
Gotcha. Okay, and
And is that everyone can do? Everyone can do the what is it?
yeah,
not
oh
dash,
yeah, everyone,
what is it?
yeah.
Rush?
That's just your action.
Okay. Then I guess I would have gotten up further and called it a day. I don't see anybody.
Okay.
So.
And with that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, okay. And as he's just running down there, he's just like, men, form up! And there's 1, 2, 3 more of these duckmen that seem to be forming up a like last line of defense right here before this egg. What y'all doing?
Can you get to any of them, Ked?
Yeah, I can at least get to enemy number 5. I also just realized I've been like missing an entire attack. I'm reading this carefully now. So, all right.
Which, is it the one hand grip stuff, or was it skipping your move?
You can make additionally once per turn you can make one attack with a brawling weapon if you rush, pass a dodge or endure check, or you can do so by skipping your move.
Mm-hmm.
I've been like, oh, mind you, I've been moving a lot, so.
But I think whenever you've been rushing, I don't think that you've always been ending your turn directly in front of a
No,
thing.
there was just one time like I didn't move and I could have had an extra attack. It was only like the one time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that means I am gonna have to rush, but that I still get an attack on him.
Yep.
Actually, I'm gonna be like rushing past him just to be on the other side. Then I am going to do the needful. I only get the 1. 3 is not enough.
So trying to slip past it as you like skid by to like come up and pop it, you're just not able to quite get this maneuver in there. Anything else? What else we got?
I'm done.
So
Okay.
I picked out my spear from one of the fallen enemies, round the corner. I'm chucking that spear into enemy number 5.
Okay.
But unfortunately, I will miss this time. Scott, I can spend a luck point to re-roll, right? That's the way it works.
You can spend a luck point to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, even better than that, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna totally use my luck to hit. My companion right there just happened to like stun him at just the right moment.
So
for 6 points of damage.
You throw this, it goes sailing down the hallway and like pierces through the chest of this thing, and it's still up, but it's like mortally wounded. What else we got?
I'll move. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, Taron, can flanking be done with ranged attacks?
Yes, it's if there is so it can be done with range attacks, but it doesn't just mean that there is somebody adjacent to the enemy. If there's like two of your buddies are surrounding it, then your ranged attack on it would be flanking it. Yeah. All right,
I would like to make an attack on the egg. I want to just break it on in front of it. Before they die, I want them to see it get destroyed.
The egg got melted.
Okay, so we had
dreams.
So you're taking a shot at the egg.
Yep, 15 to hit. That should hit.
That'll hit, yeah.
And I'm going to cast my spell, which also works. And let's throw 2 points of mana on there.
Okay.
For damage. All for damage. So 13 damage to the egg.
So it hits, and the growths seem to separate the egg, and start as they rip it apart. You hear quack, and as it pulls it apart even further, it's another quack, and as the egg cracks open, there's this sort of wet, tissue-ish, like visceral monster of a duck that is like rising from the cracked shell, going, looks over down the hallway to you all as the other ducks are like, praise be, praise.
Oh shit.
So who screams out duck and who ducks?
And that will be a problem that will happen on the next turn. But who else has not gone yet?
I have not gone yet. Can I attack enemy 5?
Someone drew a mean face on it. Yes, you can.
All right. Is it facing away from me?
Yes, it is currently facing to the south.
Okay. Hit with an 18 for 7 damage.
Okay. And as it's like, praise be, having seen like its new god come to light, and just immediately and falls over.
He died so happy as I reload.
All right, I think that was everybody. And at the sight of this thing, it starts moving down the hallway. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Yep. And as it does, it just shoves these other ducks like out of the way, and it's leaving this trail of just nasty slop that goes behind it, and it lets loose this horrifying quack that echoes down this chamber. I need all of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, everybody that is in the hallway, I need you all to make will checks.
I'm not good at this.
No, I failed.
Now what?
Oh, yikes.
Because will saves are like the scariest. I'm gonna go ahead and use my second luck to pass.
Okay.
Do I have to choose to gain favor from luck before I roll, or can it be like that was a bad roll? Okay.
Yeah, before it resolves.
Okay.
Yes.
I rolled a 2.
Okay. So you can use luck to pass that.
Oh, I can just use it to pass it.
Yeah.
But not a whiff. Okay. I'll use it. I will pass.
Okay. So how's everybody else doing? Everybody else all right? Or
I rolled a 1.
I failed.
all right. Remus, Ruts, as you hear this sound, you each take 2 weird damage as your psyche starts to get almost like ripped and torn, And as you're looking around, kind of taking measure of what all's happening around you, you realize things you're almost seeing in doubles. You're both currently confused.
Ooh.
So we need, where's Remus? Yes.
What the duck?
And at that same time, there's another whack, whack, whack. Seeds of Harbinger, whack, whack, coming from the other side.
Ow. Why must we have advanced hearing?
And now, these others are going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? Wait, that one is not going to try to get in front of that. That one knows what's coming up. All right. Y'all's turn. What are we doing?
What exactly does confused do?
Yeah.
You're
I was
gonna
just looking
roll
for
it?
confused.
Roll a d6.
So a random
All right.
action situation? Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit reduced complexity on that. Remus, you can act normally this turn.
Okay.
Ruts. As this happens, you're trying to like get a measure of what all's even happening around you. You are currently incapacitated this turn.
Okay. Cool story, bro.
Everybody
All right. So I'm gonna double move. Oh, there's the pit. All the way up here. Past my poor confused companions, I give them a pitiful look.
You're
tell them to drink
inside.
some
You're
wine and get
inside
back
the
into
giant.
fight.
You're inside the giant duck.
Yeah, you can't actually move through the space of it. Yeah, it's occupied. So you move up and say what?
I just try to give my companions like a swig of wine as I run past them, see how confused they look. Try, give them some more courage.
I'm very confused. You give me a thing of wine in the middle of combat, and I seem more confused than ever. Yeah.
Yes, I'm misreading the situation. I'm just assuming you guys
What
are
are you-
chickening out.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pick up the rat and go yep, and
Oh my god. So you run through, like dash him some wine, and you wind up in front of this like fetal duck horror that's in front of you right now.
Yeah, I got my sword, my shield, and I start banging them together, trying to taunt it and get its attention.
all right.
Okay.
Well, since you are up next to it, I will shoot it. I won't run.
Go for it.
All right. I hit. I did not successfully add a spell. I do 5 points of damage,
All right.
and I will move to the other side of the rat.
Okay. So you're he's kind of slightly trying to form a little bit of a wall here. All right, and I think Wasich hasn't gone yet. Oh, and Wasich is back.
Yeah. Okay. Pop a shot at the duck. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's see. I don't think I get flanking, but I will use. I would like to favor. Is it better to use favor, or is it better to like choose to hit afterwards? What is that? Is the attack the difference?
Either. I've gotten this question a lot. Basically, one of them is kind of a like safety net, right? You could pass instead, and the other one is more of an activator for other stuff in the game.
For you, like with sneak attack, isn't it better to have favor?
Favor
Yeah,
you can
usually
crit
I have
on.
favor,
if
right?
you auto succeed, you can't crit, but with favor, you have the possibility of critting, like
Yeah.
an increased possibility.
Also true. Yeah. Let's see. Because sneak attack says, with attack, so it has to be favored. Okay.
Oh, I
so yeah.
want to go one back. Just occurred to me.
All right. So I'll attack with favor.
All right, do it.
A 14, I believe, hits
Sweet.
for 6 damage. Or could I choose to? Actually, I won't. But like, can I use luck more than once in a turn? Like, could I use it to get favor and then to max my damage? I saw that was one of the.
Yes.
Okay. I won't max my damage. I'll just use 1 point for 6 damage.
Yeah, because that gets to be a little expensive, but yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you land the shot, and it's on the giant duck thing.
Oh yeah, it's
Okay.
Yeah.
As it hits, you hear it like
Newborn.
lets out this just like, and And I think with that, it is their turn, correct?
About our confusion, do we roll at any point again, or does it just last a certain number of rounds?
So it is a CD4. So it's a countdown die.
Okay.
So at the moment, you all are still confused. Now, with that, let me see here. I don't want to forget about these dudes. One. Oh, no, you know what? This is what's going to be easier. I need everybody that is in the path of this thing. You all are going to have to make me... This is going to be trying to shove you all further on down this hallway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Ruts and Jazz. I need you both to make me endure checks to resist being pushed away.
Nat 1.
That is not enough.
So you
I'm in the middle of showing off and it just like rams me back. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, you're up here like, come at me, bro, and then it comes at you, bro, and like pushes you and drags you further down into the chamber, stopping you right here. And as it does, you both take 2 blunt damage. Just as it's dragging you around the ground. And it lets loose another one of these just crazy primal screeches that echoes down the hallway. Everybody needs to make me an endure check.
Endure.
That one.
I'm good.
I passed.
11?
So everybody who fails that it currently takes, yeah, there we go, 3 sonic, and is currently deafened.
I was 1 off. I found where it is. So I take 3 sonic. Got it.
Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remus's one comes up on you. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remus is getting surrounded right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. We basically almost had this exact same situation play out in one of the games this last weekend. 6. Okay. Remus, I need you to make me 1, 2, 3, 4 dodge checks.
Okay.
As you are currently surrounded and all of these ducks are either stabbing or biting into you.
I failed 3 of them.
Woo! That is 7 slash.
I'm dead.
You have your luck that you can choose to stay at 1 instead.
All right. I will
Flawed
spend a
armor.
luck. All right. Give me the next one.
1.
I'm dead. I spend another luck.
You're wearing armor, aren't you? Oh, wait, no,
hold
yeah,
on.
that's right. It doesn't reduce it. That's my bad.
And then the third one.
5.
I have no more luck. I'm dead.
Remus, as Remus just gets flooded down here, trying to take in what all is going on, a barrage of these militant ducks just surround him and are able to get in. Just shake as Remus falls into a bloody pile at the end of the floor, or at the end of the hallway. If you would like to, roll up another character that we'll find mysteriously in the shadows somewhere.
Sure.
Or,
but
Remus's
anyways,
twin brother comes in.
Give me a little while.
Or Remus's twin brother comes in the next room. Yeah.
You already have a
Uncle
name.
Amos.
It's Romulus comes into the next room.
Yeah.
I'll do something else.
Okay.
You guys go ahead.
Okay.
And I'll let you know when I've got something.
Yeah.
Okay.
On that note of premature character death, I'm gonna have to call 10 minutes now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do that. If you guys need a 10, we're good to break.
No, I mean, like, I'm gonna have to get off the stream in 10 minutes. So my
Oh, you
character's plan for me to die in a glamorous death.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay. I see what you were going for here. All right. So, with that, it's you. Well, yeah, it's you all's turn.
I gotta roll my d6.
I'm gonna smack the giant duck right in front of me. Like, yo, this is what I'm here for.
Ruts, you are no longer confused.
Oh, hell yeah.
Countdown die just ran down.
All right. Yeah, I'll let you do your thing, then I'll do my thing.
All right, yeah. So I smacked the giant duck, doing 9 points of damage. I got the rolled max. I got the +1.
Nice.
Okay. As you do, as it has shoved you back, you hit something vital. Paint me a picture.
Well, it's like covered in like mucus, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like just a freshly born, like it covered in egg yolk nastiness.
Yeah, so I guess what I do is I'm just gonna like cut off its head in one big swoop, and then the blood is gonna mix with all the mucus and like pool on the floor.
Okay. So as you swing and it's like about to let loose another one of these horrific, you all just hear it suddenly go silent as its like 3-foot wide head just is severed from its body and falls down onto the ground as all these other duckmen at the end of the hallway are like, no, like almost losing themselves over here. With that, Ruts and Wasich, what are you doing?
So we were talking about weapons. So I've been using my crossbow. How quickly can I switch to having 2 swords?
You can switch to one once for free during your turn.
Okay, so I can pull out 1 sword this turn. Okay. I am going to move closer to my companions, and I'll take a shot. Do any of them look like they're just so hurt and
your buddies?
Like so the enemies, are they just so in despair at the sight of that big duck dying that I could get a good shot?
Yeah, this is probably these things tend to know nothing but anger, and this seems to be the first time that any of them have known sadness in their lives as they watch this thing die in front of them. But yeah, they are definitely turning their attention to Jazz, who just slayed their god.
Okay. It sounds like none of them are like hands in the face in their hands though. So I'll take a shot at the enemy number 1 below the big duck's carcass now. Okay.
If there was something special you were wanting out of them, hands in their heads in their hands.
I was hoping that, like, in their despair, I could like catch them in a moment unawares, but that's fine. 17, I think will hit.
That'll hit, yeah.
For 6 damage. Sweet. To number 1 below.
It's like, no! You just like pop off a crossbow bolt that lands right in its neck. Ruts?
All right. I'm gonna. So it was enemy number 1 that you just hit, right? So, I'm gonna go up here, and I'm gonna stabby stab on enemy number 1. I don't have favor, so it's just 1 die. That's enough. I'm still gonna hit though.
Okay.
For 5 damage. And
that will definitely take it out. As, the bolt in its neck, and you sticking that blade into its gut just makes it fall limp.
And then I'm going to go after enemy number 2 with second stab. Just hits for 5 damage.
Hell yeah. So while they're all kind of trying to get a hold of their senses, you're able to get in, kill one of them real quick. The other one getting another cut into its gullet.
And Ruts was incapacitated when Remus died, so he still hasn't noticed. He's like, all right, Remus, go, shoot them.
Breaking my heart.
Yeah, right. And Ruts, there's 1, 2, 3.
Remus.
There we go. 2 and 3 are going to be taking swipes at you now.
All right.
need you to make 2 dodge checks.
So this is the first time I've actually got like a normal attack on me. How does the block thing work? Do I dodge first, and if that doesn't work, then I block to reduce damage?
No, you choose to endure instead.
Okay.
So like if you have a shield, you can choose to endure, and this is the only way you can reduce through armor. You can reduce blunt, pierce, or slash to 0.
Okay, so I can try to dodge out of the way, or just say I'm blocking to reduce the damage, but it hits automatically. Oh, okay. And then the block. How does the block? What do I roll for the block? Like, how does that reduce?
It's a D6 that you add to the. Okay. So if you pass the endure check, you can reduce the damage taken by your damage die.
Okay. All right. So it would end up being the D6. Okay.
Correct.
I see. All right. I'm just gonna dodge one for now, I think.
Okay, cool.
Or dodge the first one at least. Let's check this out. Let's try this out. So just normal dodge.
Yeah, that one takes a swipe at you, misses. You can make an attack against it. Part of the pugilist kit.
Oh, I see. So I get to like once per turn or whatever. I get to do that like quick jab back.
If you pass that, yeah, you pass that dodge.
Yeah, that is definitely gonna hit.
Okay.
For 5 damage. Hitting a lot of 5s.
As that one comes at you to try and take a swing, as soon as it's bringing the sword down, you just crack its bill jaw thing and immediately send it backwards. Enemy 3 is taking a swing at you. I need another dodge check.
Okay. Yeah. I am. Yeah. I'm just gonna dodge that. I'm just gonna dodge it. I'm not gonna dodge it.
That one is gonna hit you for 1 damage, 1 slashing damage.
All right.
6. There we go. 4, 5. These guys are coming down here. Wasich, you just you had 3 of them sneak up on you from behind. I need you to make me 3 defense checks, either dodge or endure.
Okay, seems like I should pick a dodge.
Probably.
Right? Yes. All right, so that's a 9 I need to roll 3 times. 11, 19.
Okay.
And a 9. That's what I needed, right? Defense check 9 you have.
Is that what it says on your dodge defense?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So you dodge all 3?
Yep.
All right, cool. So as that happens in the chaos of all this, they are trying to move in closer. Wait, that one would not be able to. That's right. Okay, now y'all's turn.
Okay, well, unfortunately, whatever eldritch energy caused that giant duck to be summoned was transferred into its blood and hatching mucus. So poor Jazz is now covered in the substance and dissolves into a puddle of goo at its corpse. You watch in horror as his flesh melts like wax, and his screams will haunt you in your nightmares forever. All right, yeah, good game, everybody.
Jazz.
Thanks for playing, man.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So he is, as his body just melts down, Wasich and Ruts currently
What just happened? Ramus, did you say Ramus?
All right, so I'm reading. So people are saying like it's fun to go rogue, dual wield in the chat, but then do I have to use a might check? And then I'm not trained in melee as a rogue. I'm trained in range, right?
So dagger is dual wielding, or short swords could be dual wielding, right? So they're one-handed grip. If it has a finesse property, you can make the attacks as finesse checks rather than melee attacks.
So it would be, I wouldn't have to be trained in melee in order to get the trained bonus.
Correct.
Because I'm good at finesse. Okay.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah, they're finesse checks. So you're making it like finesse skill checks.
Okay. Great. Well, I'll take out the obsidian blade. Last turn I meant to say crossbow and then put that away and take out one of the swords and then take out the second sword this turn. Is that okay?
Yeah, that all works.
Okay, that was my plan. So So if I run behind them, do they just turn like as I'm attacking them, or is that like I can run behind them and
You're trying to do the backstab. You know, I got it. So like,
Yeah.
let that work. That all works.
Okay. All right. I'll run over to this one, wherever I need to be to do that.
Okay.
And I will attack with favor, I suppose, because I'm not flanking, so it's just a regular attack. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 17 to hit for 6 damage from behind, and the armor doesn't reduce the damage because of sneak attack.
And the sneak attack damage.
It was 2, so I rolled a 3 and a 2. So 5 damage.
Okay. So, you sink your dagger in, and that was just the one attack, right?
Yes.
You have another attack that you can do because you're dual wielding.
Yes. So is he still up?
Yeah, he's still up. After the blade like digs into his side, but yeah, he's up and now currently looking at you.
Okay. All right,
And
then
I'm good to go at any time.
All right, we'll get you in right as after this action.
I have a question about the armor reduction because your question made me think maybe I didn't understand it. So
Okay.
Does it reduce all the dice of an attack's damage or just like the total?
It reduces the total number, like the total result. So like
Okay.
if I have an armor of 2 and the attack against me is a 7, it would reduce it to 5, right? The only caveat is, let's say that they roll a 1 and my armor is a 2, it couldn't reduce it below 1. You always, if you have a shield, you can negate that, but yeah.
Okay, I was wondering because with the sneak attack saying like it can't be reduced, I was wondering if that was only the D4, but like the D6 for the attack could still be reduced. So yeah, all right,
Makes sense.
so I'll attack again, but I won't have the backstab stuff. So let's see if I hit.
You got this.
16 for 5 damage.
There we go. Yeah, as you find a vulnerable spot in this Duckman, and he is falling down. What rises from the? I guess what do they see rising from the nasty corpse of this duck god thing, Chris?
They see Rick Smith Jr., famous card thrower.
So Rick Smith is a magus. I'm taking it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he takes out a deck of cards and shuffles them up.
I just can't even.
Okay.
Brushes off his jacket, which is unspoiled.
Why did that not make a token? Hang on. Let's see here. Yeah. So as you get up, there we go. I need to get a Magus token. As you, Rick Smith. There you go. Save that. Okay. Get rid of Remus. We'll get you over here. Now, as you rise up, what are you? I guess what are you doing?
Well, I probably assess the situation, shuffle my cards, start dealing.
Can be edited by. There we go. Let's get you that. I'm trying to. Sorry, do this on the fly real quick. Can you see and edit that token now, Chris?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you you rise, shuffle your cards, and what you doing?
Well, I see enemies in front of me. Like there's an enemy like right next to me. So
Yes.
I will flip a card at him.
Okay, so you fling one of the cards at him. Go ahead and make the cast check, or
Yeah. That is a failure. And let me just double check here.
While he's checking, can I move next to him to plug up that part of
Yes.
the hallway?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I still haven't had my turn yet. You might want. I was thinking of heading in there.
For you?
I'll be back.
Because that'd probably be a bit tankier.
I'm going to spend a point of luck to hit.
Okay.
And I'm going to... The die rolls are not going my way. All right.
Oh, no.
He takes 6 damage.
That'll work. Okay, so you fling this card and it just like combusts right into its face. Ruts, what's up?
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna move in here, and let's start with enemy 4.
Okay.
First I'm going to look straight at Cardman and just be like, "What are you?" And then I'm going to start attacking.
I'm Rick Smith Jr.
That is a crit.
Okay.
Didn't answer my question. So that is going to be 11 damage on enemy 4.
Okay. That will straight up just plaster that duck up against the wall.
And then I'll hit, and then I will hit enemy 2. I only get 1 now because you're further away. That'll still hit though.
Nice. Do it to it.
For 2 damage.
All right.
That's on 2.
So you go up and just basically pop that duck like a balloon. Rick, I just realized you didn't get to move last time. Or sorry, you haven't moved yet this turn. I didn't want to forget that before the end of the turn.
All right, well, I want to move away.
Do it to it. All right. And I think Wasich is already gone this turn.
Yeah. He hadn't moved. I think he wanted to move up a bit, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Then what we will do, let me see here. We have a lot of dead bodies in this hallway. I'm going to clean that up. They're not moving into the walls. They're just getting out of the way. Yes. All right.
They're dissolving.
Yeah. Now, there we go. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's getting up here. Ruts, they clearly see an opening that they're going to take right here.
Oh.
I'm going to need you to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dodge checks.
Okay.
Or you can make those as endure checks if you want.
I'm gonna try blocking all of them.
Okay.
Because there's a chance, especially on crits, like there's a chance I could do, but good. We'll see. I'm gonna start blocking. If the things go south, then maybe I'll start dodging after. But I'm gonna start blocking because I'm better at that, I think. So let's give her. So enemy number 2 is a fail. I'm just gonna take that one.
Okay.
So yeah, damage from enemy number 2.
That is going to be 6 damage.
Okay, cool story. That's fine. All right, enemy number 1. That is a success, and I get. So I'm knocking 3 off of that. How much is it coming in?
It was 4 damage, so you reduce that one to 0.
Okay, and I've got because I got the armor, so that's nothing. All right. Then enemy number 5. Take the exploding dice off the d20s, please. That is going to succeed.
Okay.
I am knocking 1 damage off.
So that's going to hit you for 2. For 4.
So that was 4 incoming.
So yeah, so before the
2?
reduction.
No, not 2. There we go. So 2 damage incoming. All right. So far, so good. Enemy number 6. I'm going to. I'm just going to fluke that one into succeeding.
Okay.
So that'll bring me down to here. I'm almost out of luck. I'm glad I had a lot of luck points.
That is going to be 3 damage to you.
I knocked it down by 9.
You knocked it down by 9. Okay.
Yeah, because it says I explode on any damage die, and I'm rolling my damage die for the
Yes,
block.
yeah.
So yeah,
So-
I explode.
You're able to just fend off a couple of these shots, taking one of them definitely to the gut. But with that, it is now.
Wait, wasn't that just enemy 6? I didn't do enemy 3 yet.
Did you not just roll 5 check? Okay, well.
I think that was enemy. I think that was enemy 6. Oh yeah, I'm big on not
1, 2,
cheating by accident.
3. I see 3, 4. Okay. I think you're right. I think this is the last one.
I failed on that one, so this is gonna be full damage.
4 slashing damage.
3. Okay. I'm still up. I'm still good. I still got like 6 points left. All right.
And with that, it is y'all's turn.
Ow.
Nicely done. I'll run up and they all seem to be focused on him, so can I take a slash at enemy number 3?
Sure.
Okay.
It is currently, it focused on him, and you have a +2 bonus to this attack.
The flank? Okay.
Yep.
Do I have favor? No, I don't. Okay.
No.
I'm getting it, Taron. No.
We're working.
All right. 18
That'll hit.
for 7 damage.
Okay.
And then second attack. Does he turn around, or can I keep slashing him? Like,
he would be still like. I mean, we're gonna make the sneak attack work where we can.
okay. 19. I don't have the keen or whatever it is. So with sneak attack, 6 damage.
Okay. That duck just got completely emulsified.
Excellent.
All right. There's still 4 that are up right now.
Do you have more to do?
No, I do not. Other than I'll move next to him.
All right, I'll move up 1. Have you gone yet, Ked?
Not yet. I am definitely not going to be standing here in a moment, though.
Maybe I should move right here so
but
I
if
can
you-
plug it.
If you have something else to do, like I'll move up so that we can block
Nothing
it.
exciting.
Okay. So in that case, I'm just going to. We can't really flank anybody, but I can still get next. So I'm just gonna go. I'm moving here, and I'm going to be hitting at enemy 6.
Okay.
I'll get favor. Wow, really? Okay, first attack's gonna miss. But second attack,
6 plus 6. Okay,
yeah, second attack's also gonna miss worse. So there's that.
Okay.
I'm gonna cry a little. That's me.
Yeah, as you're trying to kind of get out of the mess of this, it's been a little difficult. Rick, you got anything?
All right, I'm running up. And I shall attack enemy 6. And miss. My
This guy.
D20 rolls. I wish I could just get up to an 8 with one
Right?
of them.
I rolled a
so
2,
weird.
6, 6, 4, 4.
Yeah.
It's so weird because like on Saturday's game, I think you can even scroll up in here. There's an instance where someone rolled like 5 nat 20s in a row on
Jesus.
roll 20. I think they just used them up the other night.
Yeah,
Like,
there's none left for us.
yeah. And now with that, 1, 2, 3, and then one of them's
My
gonna
my last 5 rolls are 5, 6, 5, 7, 5, 4.
Rick, we've got 3 of them that are going to come at you. I'm going to
Yeah.
need 3 defense dodge checks.
All right. Somehow, even with favor, I failed 2 of them.
One's a whiff. Oh no, that's favor.
Yeah. So all right. So 2 of them pass.
Jesus.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Now the other one.
I'm really good at dodging.
The other one manages to just
swear.
get in. and get you for 6 damage.
Okay.
Just 6 slashing damage, and then the other one, enemy 6, is going to go after Wasage.
All right, so I roll a dodge. Ooh, a 4. Am I gonna? Let's see. So I can choose to succeed on that if I want to, right?
If you want to.
I'll leave it. I'll let it come through.
That's going to be 7 slashing damage.
Reduced to 6, right? So I have light armor.
Correct.
Okay. Ow. Okay.
And with that, it is you all's go.
Oh.
All right. Can I flank enemy 6 with Rick on the other side there, or is that not quite?
Not quite.
It's not. Yeah, they have to be on the exact opposite.
Let me see if I can take out enemy 5, and then I could move into a flanking position for you.
Okay, cool. There we go.
An 8.
That'll hit, right? Right?
That's sad.
An 8. I got an 8. All right, I hit. All right, and I attempt to cast a spell. Oh! Now things are going my way. All right, I'm spending 2 mana.
All right.
And I am casting shock. Because I'm shocked.
You strike it, and almost just like a stun baton, it hits the duck.
It takes 14 shock damage.
Oh!
Wow.
You guys hear like a thunderclap, and then just as there's just
a card just hits him. He's really shocked and dies.
He just turns into a black ash of just along the wall.
The card cuts through his neck, decapitates him. Then I move here, and I will use Limit Break and attack enemy 2.
All right, go for it.
Nope. There we go.
Nope.
Can't be rolling 8s forever, guys.
Now Wasage and Ruts.
Did you want to go first?
Right, now-
Get your flanking.
Yeah, I'll get the flank there.
Go for it.
You let me know if his back's turned to me for sneaking.
I mean, after his buddy just blew up like that, yeah, he's now looking over towards the thing that just made someone explode.
Makes sense. Can flanking turn? Does the bonus can it turn a 19 into a crit? Or
wait, you're using a blade, right?
yes,
All the swords have the keen property.
all of them.
I'm 99% sure that was like a thing for the swords.
I got so used to just doing the ranged attack, I forgot that. Okay.
Yeah.
Crit.
So yeah.
Okay, cool. What do I do on a crit? Sorry, I didn't absorb that.
You add your attacking stat to the damage.
Okay, so plus, what is that, a 5? 6. Okay, so sweet. 13 damage.
That will definitely take that one out.
Down the middle.
Nice.
All right,
As
and then
it looks over and just immediately falls down dead.
then I'll move up there and attack enemy number 2. I'm
Well,
rolling
that
well.
was actually not 14 damage. Sorry, it was 18 damage because I haven't spell.
Oh, well, let's redo the whole turn.
Yeah, the explosion was actually louder.
4 damage to enemy 2,
Okay.
and then I'll move back because I think Kev's
think you
gonna
can
wanna move
stay
up
there, actually.
Can you move? Can you share my space and then move back? After,
I have claustrophilia, so I can move through the spaces of any creature, small or larger.
Yeah, you can.
I can even squeeze through tiny size holes.
You made that work. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
I can count as a
I'll stay there.
tiny sized creature for shit. So, yeah, in that case, I will move to the other side of enemy 2. And I'll do my attacks with the favor, and it's going to have the +2. I'll just add that after. That is still gonna hit.
Okay.
1 point of damage on enemy 2. Oh, come on. I'm assuming it's still up, yeah.
God, yeah, it's barely hanging on there.
Don't tell me that. All right. Yeah, definitely going to hit. There. Okay, let's do more damage. Let's do more damage. 5 damage. There we go.
And that one, as you just run through the space in this rat, come back the other way, taking it out.
Okay. And then I'm gonna move there.
All right. Now, oh boy. That one goes. All right. Okay. Stop. Wait. Can we stop?
Pick a card.
Eight of clubs.
Wrong one.
It's just like
Yeah.
rock, and it's gonna try. As 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's trying to run away. All right. What are you guys doing?
I shot him with an 8,
Murder.
and I'm gonna throw a luck to make that spell work.
What is it about this system that turns you into a total like maniac out there?
10 damage.
All right. Paint me a picture.
He's running away, and as he's running, the cards start flipping, and he realizes he's running on the cards as they are turning him around towards me, and then I flip one, and it goes into his forehead and cuts off the top of his head.
Wow.
It just clean cut right across the forehead as he stops and falls down to the ground.
I'm gonna go up to Remus's body because Jazz's body isn't really like holdable. I'll go up to Remus and I'll just be like, I'll hold him close and I'll be like, you gotta know when to hold him. When to hold him.
Rutz is also like, he looks like the body of the exploded guy and be like, I didn't know him that well. But he's gonna like go up to Remus, like this fellow beast folk, and he's gonna do that like 1980s like drop to the knees movie scream, like, why? You were actually loved, unlike that guy.
Zips gonna watch this back and just be like, oh man. Now,
if it makes you feel any better, Remus really enjoyed the smell of your ass. He thought it was like top notch.
No.
I'm gonna clear out a couple of these bodies now. Now you do see like I mean, any of Remus's equipment and stuff would be on the body, as well as any of the swords and equipment that was on any of these ducks. But yeah, you guys, everything seems to have calmed down for a second.
So, hey, new duck, afterbirth. Got a name?
It's Rick Smith Jr.
He was the secret 5th member of our group that came in ahead of time for recon, but never came back.
So I was at a convention in Las Vegas and the guy told me to get into this giant egg for some reason. Next thing I know, I'm here.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds good. My original theory was, you know, those little chocolate eggs they give to kids that have like the toy inside? I thought you were like in the duck. I guess we didn't have to build you.
There is definitely, I mean, a stench around here. I mean, ducks just crapping everywhere, being ducks, you know. But there, you do kind of recall as you were running down here, seeing a lot of blood next to a corpse from another room that you all ran by earlier.
Up here?
Yes.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm not doing so good.
I took damage as well. I think we all took damage, right?
Yeah, but you know what? As I'll close Remus's eyes, you know. These ducks got pretty mouthy. I'll, like, show my resolve to see it through to the end.
So I forget, is there any ways to help restore ourselves between rests?
So med kits, the life essence, there as of the whole resting thing is all handled through downtime activities.
Okay. All right. Well, I got nothing. I'm gonna have to stay in the back for a bit.
You rest. You've earned it.
So
All right, I'm gonna check out this body.
yeah. Now here, this seems to be the corpse of a very tall pope that's lying face down in a pool of blood. A spear is piercing his abdomen, and his meter has rolled away from his head, exposing stringy white hair on a gray scalp. Hallways stretch to the east and to the south, and you can see a stone door to your north.
They killed the Pope?
Wow.
Well, fuck those
yeah.
ducks.
Shouldn't he be in some sort of like protected white wagon or something?
Yeah, like the little dome car.
Yeah.
The Pope Mobile. All right. Well, there's a door, and it's not open. So I open it.
It appears to be locked. As you kind of like mess with the door handle, it doesn't seem to want to jiggle.
Well, there's nothing I can do about that.
Can't you do something about that?
I can take a look. Is there something roguey I can do? Lock?
Yeah. So you could try to pick it, if you wanted to. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like that.
Okay. So this is basically a medium difficulty test here. So this is going to be a check of 2. What you need to do is make 2 finesse. Or sorry, on a test, you're basically having to succeed on a number of the checks equal
Yes.
to the test's difficulty. So this would be a difficulty 2.
Okay. What do I roll?
Finesse.
Okay, so I need to beat my finesse of 8 2 times.
Twice, correct.
Okay. 17. 17.
Opens.
I'll look back at them like, should we go in? Like,
Yeah.
a hand on it?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'll head up.
Slowly
You
open it up.
you open it up and you see a tall tower of fire and swords and what look like men made of swords that are all standing around this giant tower, just yelling and screaming, "God, kill me, please! Anybody, please! Stop it! It's in the pain! Gladio, why, Gladio? Oh!"
Oh,
Wow.
this isn't where I parked my cart.
Oh, wow.
And they're all like kind of getting out of the middle of this pile of yellow and orange fog and fire, just kind of like, somebody end it. Oh, stop. What is this? Why am I made of swords? Oh,
Oh, my.
I guess we should help kill them.
Maybe. It's not what I expected.
Rick, you got any cold spells? They look like they're hot. You could like
Nope.
explode them. Oh, damn it.
I have 2 spells, and one is shock, and the other is barrier.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to say ah.
I didn't get to choose my second spell because barrier is kind of crap.
Shock and awe would have been better. Lay down and we'll kill you.
You say that, and one of them like turns their attention to you and goes, "We need a warrior's death. Fight us! Fight us!"
Could you just drink yourself to death like most retired warriors?
No, I'm fighting you now. As it like runs in your direction, and with that,
I hate my life.
With that one is taking off towards you. I just saw, kind of looking at the time. How are we doing, everybody?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I don't sleep and I have no life.
You don't say. How about before we get into this one, we can take like a 5 to 10.
Oh
Yeah, sure.
So I get a chance to stand up and everything.
Yeah. Maybe grab some food because I think someone made some food.
Right on. All right, we'll see you guys here in just a second.
Yep.
it would be what, like 3 hours here in 30 minutes?
Muted. I think so.
Oh, okay.
There we go. What time is it now? Yeah.
9:30.
It's 8:30 here.
Well, you have the wrong time.
Well, unlike you, I live in a province that has civilization, so I'm just gonna stay here.
I am playing Rick Smith Jr. I'm from the future.
That's true.
Oh man. Well, I guess now that you're kind of seeing it, what are the thoughts, I guess, on the exploration and dungeon crawl side of it so far?
Terrible. Reread it.
Yeah.
No, it's gone very smoothly.
You do what?
I read the mechanic for like retreating creatures. Is that usually for like out of dungeon, like mapped scenarios sort of thing?
You mean for like morale and retreating and all that stuff?
Yeah, so like if they retreat, you get like a free action before they're gone. Is that like more like outside of dungeons?
Yeah, and so there's like the coward's weakness kind of mechanic in here, where essentially as they're retreating, they're running away. That's like whenever they're running away, you all are getting an action because they're using their full action to take off, right? And if they, if you guys don't give chase or whatever, and they're able to dash, get out of there twice, then they're gone. But yeah, so that's one of the ways in which it's coded in that you can get backstab attacks as a rogue. I was thinking about writing something in for Barbarian where they got something special insofar as that, like the murder machine mechanic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of kicking that around. Cool. But I guess we can get back to it if everyone's good.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you guys have walked into this chamber. There appears to be a door over to the left, but there's a huge tower of swords and sword people who appear to be like trying to get up and climb up out of this tower, out of this hole rather in the ground. And as you all walk through, they just look at you and they're like, "We need a warrior's death! Give me a warrior's death!" And they start running you all's way. 1, 2, 4, 2, 3, 4. And with that, you all have a go.
All right. We should probably step back to utilize this bottleneck.
Yeah. If we all step back one, I think that'd be good.
Yeah.
But
I'll run up to this guy and do 2 slashes.
Actually, yeah. Before I end up stepping back, I'll probably dart in, punch somebody, and then leave.
Okay.
I'll let him you do first.
I missed both.
Okay. You go up, try to like slash into this guy, and it doesn't seem to. Yeah. So you just kind of back out. Okay. Cool. Ruts.
11 will hit.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna. Oh my god, I cannot roll 6s. 1 damage on the first attack.
You punch in with that one, and whenever you pull your hand back, you find the guitar has left your grip.
Oh.
And whenever you pull back, I need you to make me an endure check.
All right. I made it.
Okay. You're able to pull it out of there, but it seemed like their body was starting to like subsume the guitar into itself.
Interesting. Okay. So because I made an endure check, I actually want to take my free attack.
Okay.
The guitar is, I mean, it's just like a straight handle with like the punching dagger thing. So if I just flip it, I'm just calling like I'm basically unequipping it, but I'm just sort of flipping it so it's against my arm. So I'm going to go in.
Okay.
I'm just going to try and punch instead.
Do it to it.
14 will hit.
All right.
I'm hoping this doesn't like hurt me in the result, but we'll see. So it's 5 damage.
So you're kind of, as a pugilist though, you're kind of used to this. You go in, punch it, bam, hit it. Definitely hits, and it's almost like, it's like punching a boulder. This guy is just like iron solid. But there's a sort of like hollow thud to it, you feel.
Okay. But it doesn't cause me any damage in return or anything.
No.
Okay. All right. And then I'm going to do an offhand attack. That's going to hit with fist.
Do it to it.
Wow. It exploded twice.
Okay. All right. And with that one, your hand punches through, and you see the like, almost looks like metal fibers kind of twisting themselves back in, almost around your hand. But you can see there's a large chunk of him that seems to have busted apart, and on the inside, it's just sort of a hot, hollow area where it's like, yeah, do it again.
So he's not dead. Oh, it's just like it's. I'm moving, but I'm like narrating that it's like that slow, like you're backing away, like oh fuck, oh shit, oh
Yeah.
no, oh, just like slowly out of the room, round the corner.
Okay, so you back up. Anything else?
Actually, I won't go around the corner, but I'll be right there. That's it for me.
Cool. Rick?
All right, I will move here, and I'm going to cast a spell. Maybe. Let's see. No, I never make a check. I think that's what, like 10 in a row that I haven't got a 10 or I'm spending the luck. I'll spend the luck. I'm gonna have to spend a luck on every single roll, aren't I? All right, and I am enhancing this spell. The first thing I'm doing is I am making. Well, no, I guess it's one thing. It's going to be both. I'm spending 2 mana to make it an aura. So it is going to be 2x2 or 10x10, I guess, right above us. So like right there.
Okay.
And it is shock, and I am doing it for the effect, not the damage.
Okay.
And I am going to focus on it to maintain it.
So it's an area around you?
No, it'll be a like a 10x10 square right above me and the rogue.
Oh, okay.
And if anything enters it, the way I read this, I make a check, and if I succeed, they cannot move.
Correct. Okay.
Which will prevent them from getting to us.
So we'll just say, for the sake of this is going to be our, like, zappy grid. All right.
Sounds smart.
Now, anything else you all want to do?
No.
All right. Now, 1, 2. That one is trying to run in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me double check that. Shock. Oh, I see what's going on here. Okay, I see why that works for some deliveries. All right. They can't move for the duration if they're in the area. Yeah, because the caster check. Yeah, I can see what's going on with that. So as they move into it, these two immediately it just seems to have been stopped in their tracks. Okay, 1, 2. As they just sort of hit in this field, and their bodies seem to convulse for a second. That is going to be it for their turn. Y'all go.
All right.
I have no ranged attacks. There's no like helping action for attacks or anything, is there?
No.
Yeah, don't go into the shock area.
Yeah, no, I'm not. No.
Let's see. So I'm currently wielding 2 swords. I got to put both of them away to draw a 2-handed light crossbow. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that'll take me 2 turns before I can use a crossbow. Is that correct?
Oh wait, sorry. Are you talking about just putting stuff away and then drawing out your crossbow?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you can just do that. Yeah, and that's just like you can change equipment once during your turn for free.
Oh, it's not like one item at a time. You just like
no. That's
okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Then I'll attack with my crossbow. While they're shocked, are they like vulnerable or anything? Or they just
No,
stop their movement?
they just can't move.
They can't move.
Okay.
Yep.
Ooh, I'm a natural 1.
Okay. So that one goes absolutely wide, flies further on out into the room.
All right.
I'll throw a card at enemy 1. Ooh, a hit. I got above a 10!
Yay.
What?
I know. I've been like, anything?
And I add some damage to it. 10 points of shock damage to enemy 1.
So as that one, as it stopped convulsing, it suddenly falls to the ground in a pile of blades, and you all hear further on back into the room, like, "Oh, not again!" As its body seems to fall up on top of the pile in the back again. It's like, no, please. Oh,
Oh, that sucks.
Oh.
Should we go?
Maybe we should. Yeah. You know what?
I'll try talking to them. Well, I can maintain this thing, I think, as long as I want.
Yep.
Pretty much, right?
Well.
Oh no! I got to spend mana and make a check every single.
Yes.
Oh no! We got to get out of here, boys.
Can I shut the doors?
I mean, yeah. If you're waiting until everyone gets out, you're shutting the door. Yep, you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Can you relock the door?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can try.
I'm trying to think how lockpicking works. I think you can relock it.
And then we spray paint the "Don't Dead" open inside.
Yeah. 14 and 18. So if that's the same kind of check as before.
Well, we'll add one more on top of that. Let's call it difficulty 3, because unlocking it, that's what lockpicks are conventionally for. Relocking it is a whole other story. We'll see. We'll see how cool.
17.
Hey, all right. While that, you're like, okay, slam the door, and then hey, it's just as you hear a bunch of like from the other side of the door.
Yeah, I let the spell go.
Okay.
Let's get out of here.
We don't go in there anymore. 'Tis a silly place.
Yeah, seriously. Is that? Do you think that's the source of the swords in some way? Like,
I hope
what's
not.
going on? Some kind of eternal sword golem pit. Very strange.
Well,
Should we see what's in that big pit area over here?
Sure.
we could. There's
Let's
also
check that out.
there's also the door to the south of us. Either way.
Yeah. Let's probably try the door to the south first.
All the way down here in the hallway.
Oh, it's
And
open.
then loop around to the pit. All right.
There's like a little tunnel.
Yeah. This whole area, you see there's several rafters full of like eggs and duck feathers and just duck shit just kind of caked all over the ground. There's 2 barriers that are set up with a bunch of random swords that are like almost pasted together with just duck poop and feathers. Several of these like balls of swords kind of around here. This looks like it was something of maybe like the barracks for these duck people.
All right. There's nothing in there of interest.
What about through this crack?
It doesn't go anywhere.
Oh.
It's their latrine. Can we go see? Can we go
Like
investigate
I said,
the room with the giant egg?
It does
Yeah.
go places. There's like a river.
Huh?
Did you follow
It
it?
seems to stop. It stops right here.
Oh.
Somewhat. It goes underwater right in that spot,
Oh.
and it's a little bit tight on Rick, but Ruts would be able to get through there no problem.
I'm gonna be like, I'll be right back. And then like, hold my chicken.
And as you kind of make your way through, Rick, you can see there's almost a like it looks like a doorway or like a latch or a gate that will open up and go into what looks like another room where you can see through the gate a treasure chest in the water that seems to be on a pillar, and 2 large swordfish that are swimming in this like other side aquarium area.
Okay. I'm gonna go back and report this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will point out that we probably shouldn't be splitting the party.
But we cover more space that way.
Just be careful.
But yeah,
All
there's
right.
a room over there with fishes. That's like swordfishes and stuff. Chests.
Swordfishes. Interesting.
If I was feeling healthier, I'd try to tackle it, but not right now.
Alright. They look like normal swordfish, not like a fish with a sword on their face or something.
Pointy fish, like fish with points.
All right. Let's go check out the egg and then the big pit.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, you guys are checking out the egg right now, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So you do see there's an enormous, what looks to be a 6-foot wide eggshell now that's resting on a nest of swords and dried kelp. There, you see in the nest itself, tangled amongst a bunch of the other swords, there is a slightly glowing one.
Well, I'll see if I can draw out this shiny one and take a look at it.
Okay. So this appears to be a glowing sword that looks about like 90% of the way through construction, and like it's supposed to slot into something else in a way. It seems like there's several maybe like hooks or configurations in which it pieces into, like, this is almost like you're looking at one piece of a bigger part of a puzzle. And it has on the blade itself an eye, and I mean like the letter I.
Oh.
Eye. Okay. The eye blade. All right. Well, I'll wrap it in a blanket or something and put it away.
Okay.
Mm.
And
That might
other
be
than
important.
that, this room, I mean the nest, everything just it seems like this was something of a hatchery for this egg.
Yeah. All right. Should we check out the pit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So there's shifting white sand that's covering the floor of this circular domed arena. There's, as you're walking in, you see some humanoid-shaped mounds of sand that rise up, kind of lifting up one of a dozen scattered swords in the sandy arena. they go to like fight each other, immediately die, and then reform again. You can see that there's archways that are open to hallways where you're coming from, and then further out to the east. And that's about it.
It almost seems like this place is some kind of like a temple to some gladiatorial goddess or something, based on what those sword constructs were on about, and then this sand arena. I don't know what's up with the ducks. Other than them being a contentious animal.
Whoever made
I
this
can't help
place
but notice we don't have a lot of options for where to go. That don't involve opening up the door of death.
It looks
can
like
I
we're
go
missing
check out
some
what they were
places. We're missing some like in the southeast.
Maybe the octopus can help us.
Oh, that was the octopus there. Yeah.
There's a door over here.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
double checking. Did
Okay.
somebody, if I could ask a question real quick,
Oh, there's two.
did somebody check over here?
Where's here? Where are you pinging?
Okay.
Just because I saw that that door was open, right? It should be a focus ping. I saw that the door was open. I didn't know if somebody went in there.
I didn't see you.
No.
Ping.
Ah. Oh.
I didn't see
Are you on the right layer?
Oh, wait. Duh. I'm on the GM layer. Why does it do that? Focus ping. Right here?
Oh, no.
Oh, there's a
we
door down there. Okay.
No,
haven't
no.
gone there
okay.
yet.
Cool. All right. So yeah, there's a door in front of you all, further on down the end of the hallway.
All right. Well, let's check it out.
Okay. Now, this room, you go up and this door's locked.
Oh.
Oh wait,
Sorry.
was it open? Oh no, you're fine. You know
I hit
what?
the button and it opened.
It turns out one of the ducks broke it open earlier. And from what you can tell, this is an inviting bed chamber. It features an oversized feather bed with a yellow quilt, a writing desk, and a dresser filled with robes, silks, and swords. The clothing on the bed is huge. Well, there we go. Perfume candle stumps atop the dresser, and an old tobacco pipe contribute to a fine-smelling room. You can also see above the bed, there appears to be another one of these slightly glowing blades.
Is there a letter on it?
Yes, IV.
Ivy. Maybe it spells something. IVI. We had them all together.
This entire room makes me think it is time for a rest.
Oh, we're gonna cuddle on the bed.
Yeah. It's
Big
massive.
bed. Yeah,
It
really
seems
big.
like it's big enough for about 5 people to sleep on.
All right. I'll close the door.
Okay. So you close the door. Are you guys, I guess, getting your rest in?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me check something real quick.
Run out of fumes.
Okay. About 6-7 hours go by. Kind of at the end. It's like, you know that feeling whenever you're like, "Oh, I woke up before my alarm," and you're like, I could get 2 more hours of sleep, I guess. You get slightly drawn out of your daze by the sound of just like, sorry.
Shut up! I'm sleeping.
And there's this vision of like a pale, translucent woman, sort of sitting at the writing desk, sort of like with her head in her hands, just.
I throw a pillow as hard as I can.
Shut up!
It phases through her. She disappears, and the room goes quiet again.
Fucking ghosts.
Roll over back to sleep.
Okay, so you all.
The pillow trick appeared to work.
It's what you do with the fucking ghost. You just throw a pillow at him to go away. All right. All right, so you wake from the rest. You do notice that your swords feel. Any of you that currently have a sword on your person notices that the weight feels dramatically heavier for all of about 2 seconds from holding it up, and it seems to go back to its normal weight.
Huh.
So how much do we heal by on a rest?
It's full health.
Oh, okay, it's a reset. Okay.
And then make sure that you replenish your luck.
Yep. Well, aside from our visitor in the middle of the night, what are we thinking? I'm feeling a little bit better, a little more spry.
Yeah, let's go check out that door that we have a funny feeling we should go through.
Yeah, sure. We'll do that.
And I'll also, I'll pocket the IV sword as well. Wrap it up with the other one.
Okay. So yeah, you put that one, I guess, with that blanket. Okay, so where are we going now?
To the door you pinged.
Oh, okay, cool.
I believe we were going here.
I just saw it was open, and I was like, "Who that? Like, what? When did? Okay, I didn't hear about anybody."
No, we didn't go that direction.
Okay. So we're just going to that door. We opening it?
Yep.
Okay. As you will open it, it's a 30-foot square room that seems to serve as a latrine. Feathers are kicked to the floors and masses of unidentifiable viscous fluids. A pile of swords has been carefully corralled into one corner. One wall is poorly bricked up with stones and mud, obviously hiding a passage to the western wall. Brown paint spells out don't.
All right. Well, I figured the rat, you should take down that false wall.
Well, why me? I'm not a dirty rat.
You're not? Oh.
No.
You dirty rat.
I thought of taking the toxic thing, but I ended up taking the small thing instead.
Mm.
Can you just like
idea. Dead do not enter.
Can you just shock the dirt away?
I can try. I flip some cards at it.
Oh, it's gonna smell awful.
What happens if you zap poop? Does it just...
I don't want to Google that. I'm just saying, I don't want to Google that.
If I just use the cards without the spell, it's weird damage. I don't know what that does. Weird, but it's like, weird.
It's like psionic power, really. I thought weird, but like a quiet, yeah.
Then I want to shock it.
So you throw this like you throw the cards at this wall, and the kinetic force alone kind of knocks away some of the bricks and everything. And it seems like it's doing some chip work on it, but it's not really like blowing out a whole lot of the brick or anything.
Okay.
All right. I'm used to getting my hands dirty, so I'll give it a try. But wait, I'm gonna go get like that nice blanket we just or something we just slept on.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Here and use it like so I don't touch the poop.
Okay. So, taking some care to do this, you start pulling back, revealing there is a about like a shallow 10 by 20 foot chamber behind it. You can see a pale, shaggy-haired prisoner dressed in white that is impaled against the wall by a glowing sword through his heart. And like as you all do that, and the light sort of hits, it goes like, "Oh, thank Christ, you've let them through." Hello, yes. Oh, I'm back here.
You have a sword through your heart. How are you alive?
You noticed.
Yeah.
Well. Oh, nothing's really. This is nothing for the great Remy LeFou.
Oh yeah, who's that?
You haven't heard of me?
No.
Have I?
Well, if you'll just pull this
Yeah,
out.
I'll pull the sword out of his chest.
Oh. He kind of like coughs up some blood. He's like, "Thank you." He looks over to Wasich. He's like, It's been weeks, months. I'm so hungry."
Oh, here. Ruts, like I have a bunch of rations or whatnot. I'll throw him like a day's worth of rations.
And he's like, kind of looks at it and he's like, yes, thank you.
What do you like to eat? Blood?
I'm so glad you asked. And he's like already inched himself closer to you, and I'm gonna need you to make a dodge check
Okay.
as he is now going for your neck.
19.
He tries to sink his fangs in, and you're able to like, whoa, like get out of the way. And with that, he's clearly hostile to you all now at this point.
Yeah.
Now, it is you all's turn.
Listen, you choosy bitch. Not food. For one thing, I think I'd probably try to move behind him, so we're gonna get some flanking situations going on here.
Okay.
Do you want me to do the first hit since I moved anyways, and then you can start
You
trying to
can
do a
go for
back
it.
east to back? Not talking to you.
Oh, my bad.
And then you can do the
I'm
back backstabby
sorry.
with the rouge.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that. All right. So I'm gonna get that is going to hit. Everything's so automated. It's nice. 4 damage on the first one. I am using the guitars again.
Okay.
And that is gonna hit. I keep exploding when I shouldn't explode for that. That is 3 damage on the second hit. So I did 7 in total.
So these hit, and whenever they do, you can tell it clearly makes purchase, and clearly these should be like fairly mortal wounds. But like as you would draw the blades, he just sort of like cracks his neck and looks back around at you with his eyes just totally wide open, and he's just like, "Nothing can touch the great Remy LeFou."
I didn't do that. Does it look like it did
All right.
anything to him, or like was it completely ineffective?
If it were a person, they'd be dead. It looks like it hurt, but he is the great Remy LeFou.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's have our rogue do his sneak attack.
All right. Which, by the way, I realized I forgot that in this system, it does still say once per turn for sneak attack. So I'll get that right from now on. All right.
Oh, did we apply it more than once?
I think there were a few times when I did 2 attacks and I was applying it.
Oh, it's all good.
It wasn't huge damage, but I just rolled 11, but it should hit for 3 damage.
Okay. And that is with sneak attack?
Yes, and then I'll do another attack. And that one miss. Well, do I have flanking? Because I'll hit if I do.
Yes, you do have flanking.
Okay, that's an 8 then for 5
right.
damage.
And another, like, as you're hitting, you're definitely noticing that like you are making contact, you are dealing damage to this thing, but it just feels like the torso is just sort of eating these, like you're punching a mattress almost.
Hey,
Rick, what up?
All right. Well, first, Hey, Rogue, want to move to this? Hey, all right. Hey, you pugilist, want to move to the side? Give me a spot for flanking there.
Sure.
I'll move wherever you want to. Just my kids are really quiet, so I had to.
Okay, no worries. And then I will throw a card.
All right, do it.
Of course. Hey, wait! With +2, that's a hit.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
And thank you, flank. All right, and good spell roll. So let's do that +4, 17 shock damage.
As you blow this card, throw it into his body, and as it hits, crackles, it snaps, pops, everything. This entire field of electricity that generates around his body, he just sort of like draws in to his fist and like well, it's been fun. And his form just turns into red mist as he dissipates. And you all don't currently see him.
Well, that's all right. Let's move on.
Yeah.
We lose Ted.
No,
Yeah,
my
sure.
camera app just crashed for some reason. 1 second. I'm here though,
We're going too long.
right? Oh, like crashed. Okay. Whatever, as long as the stream's still running, we're good.
So I think with that, I'll leave it up to you all if you would like to keep continuing on, or if you all want to call it there for the night.
I think we've cleared this level pretty much, right?
There's quite a lot of it. I would say that you all have made it through about 95% of it.
I think I'm pretty good for calling it for here for now.
Okay.
Sure.
We went car shopping and stuff today, so I've been like, it's been a long day for my painkillers.
Oh yeah, it's been quite a week for me too. I'm like, I am pretty ready to kick back and like get some good sleep in. But okay, so I guess I figured like first reactions, kind of having gone through, done a bit of a dungeon run here. I guess the things I was kind of wondering about were like, I know Chris, you were talking about the barrier spell.
Yeah. No, I read that like 2 days ago, and I'm like, I'm never casting that.
Did you overcompensate from last time? Because I remember in the last playtest I was in.
If you cast barrier, every time you're hit, you have to make a cast check. If you roll a 1, you get a fatigue. If you ever get 5 fatigue, you're dead. And so it's just you don't want to make cast checks when you don't have to. And with barrier, like you could make 5 cast checks in 1 round.
Because I remember
last
time we did a playtest, I played someone with barrier, and it was like the most OP thing at the time. Like
they rolled well.
This was before he did the rework of magic, I think.
Because if you don't succeed on the cast check, it does nothing. And then if you roll a 1, it just fucks you over. and you'll be making lots of rolls. I'm like, no. I'm not going touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Too much risk, not enough reward.
Too much risk.
I can see that.
The pugilist was good. It felt comfortable. Like I had a couple of moments where the damage really shone through. I like the fact that you can always try to explode on the dice, but at the same time, like I don't seem to be overshadowing anybody with it per se. So far with this class, I haven't had any complaints. It feels, I've got toys to play with that feel right.
Good.
I've really enjoyed that.
And so they've gotten a rework of their 4th level for sure. That dig deep feature has fluctuated between a couple different things in the last 2 weeks even. But yeah, I think right now they're feeling in like quite a good spot. Yeah, I will take another look at barrier with all that considered. But yeah, so how did the rogue feel?
Oh, the rogue, it felt similar to what I'm used to. I didn't feel as swift as like when I play 5e with like the bonus action to like dash and stuff like that. I felt like I was taxing you as the LM a little bit. I was being like, oh, like where is he facing? You know, like in 5e it's like I usually know if I'm doing sneak attack and I don't have to bug the LM every time, you know. Right. And so I don't have that murky. Sorry, say again.
So it was just kind of murky in general on that. Yeah.
Well, I think the way you designed it is to be just kind of like a common sense, like back turned, you know. But like in practice, I think it just it causes me to annoy my LM is what I'm worried about as a rogue. You know what I mean? We were playtesting, so I just kept being like, "Can I?" You know, like,
yeah.
But, so. That's how I felt. And then with the like people were saying in the chat, giving me tips, they were like, there's no opportunity attacks, so you can like run in and you can like configure yourselves enough to flank or whatever you need to do, or like to get behind someone, and then you can move back to like a point of like safety or like a bottleneck. And that feels a little odd and like gamey to me. I don't know, but like if that's the way it's designed, cool. And what else was it? I have to get it through my head a little bit about like favor versus flanking versus like they just have their back turned. And with playing enough, like I was getting the hang of it by the end of just one session. So there's that. And then like my question about like can I do ranged attacks with flanking, because that would be nice. But I don't know if that's spelled out specifically in the rules. I didn't read through every rule, but I liked like being able to draw the dual swords and do that kind of stuff. And luck was fun. I liked tracking that and like deciding if I'm going to use it. I don't have a lot of sneak attack also, so the what are they called? The exploits. I didn't use them yet. That's partially because I don't know the value yet of knocking someone prone in this system, you know. So I was kind of just like, let's just do damage and I'll figure it out. But
that is one of those like little last vestiges of like 5e-isms that I'm kind of thinking about pulling away, because like it's a cute idea for like the tactical aspect of like, oh yeah, well rogue has the whatever, but it is noticeably more clunky than a lot of the other system, a lot of the rest of the system is, in a way that like kind of the alchemist has the same problem, where the alchemist currently is a standout for its complexity compared to anything else. But yeah, that's yeah. And then like being a gambler, there's the one thing about I'm trained in gaming sets and vibe and catching people lying. And then when I use luck, if I roll a 7 on a d10, I don't spend the luck. That's cool, and it stacks up so you can roll multiple. I never had it proc that. Like I never had it save me a luck, but it was kind of cool. I was like, I gotta remember to do that, you know. So it's like a 10% chance to not lose the luck point. That's cool. Yeah, it is a little gamey, but I think people like that right there in that for the gambler. It just means like you have a 10% chance of not losing luck.
Yeah, and I like the luck, so I was like, oh yeah, I like this. And the perk that just gave me like basically an extra luck each day was nice. Especially when I found out like that's how you stay alive when you're dying, as Chris's character ran out of luck. But I was like, oh, I gotta be. And then I started thinking like sometimes is it better if I'm not taking lots of damage to just take a hit, and then just if I need to use luck when I'm dying, I'll use it then. But I started like doing that kind of like risk reward analysis, which is fun for me.
Yeah.
I like feeling like not just like my roleplay choices matter, but also like my resource management matters. That's fun for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still a little torn on not having some sort of at least small refresher recovery mechanic, because I feel like halfway through the dungeon, as we started to get hurt, we kind of stalled out because we didn't have anyone that played like got shoehorned into the healer role, and we didn't have any way to deal with that. So we kind of just stalled out, and we're like, well, I guess we got to go like leave and go do a thing then, rather than continue on. Which I know that's like a double-edged sword, because you don't want them to just be like, well, we can get through every encounter unscathed afterwards and stuff like that. But at the same time, like, yeah, we got partway through this, and then we basically, if we hadn't have found like a safe space, I feel like at one point we would have just had to have left for a while.
Yeah, I thought about like doing the kind of thing like Black Hack does, where once per day you can take a break. And this break is the thing where you get to re-roll your hit die for a healing roll, things like that. The thing I've just been trying to avoid is something not pushing people forward. But I think that the problem of this being like, well, if we take a rest if we want to take a rest, we got to get out of the dungeon to do that first. So it's leading this whole kind of defeatist cycle of like, well, if we want to get rid of the rest because people are just sleeping in the dungeon, well, then we got to do this. But then if we get rid of that rest, then people are just going to leave the dungeon to go rest outside anyways. So, like,
I'm not saying like a complete refresh or even the equivalent of like a short rest in D&D or anything. Just like a little pick me up, like a small recovery you can do, like even like once, just if you're on that edge to maybe let you survive back to the entrance or something like that. Just so you don't stall out completely if you're on your like final legs.
Yeah. Okay.
Resolution mechanics are super simple. Anyone familiar with basically any other D20 system will pick up how this works, even though you're rolling against your sheet rather than like a set DC. I mean that's going to be nice and easy, comfortable, I think, for a lot of people to get into.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I liked. Yeah. It made me interested in the martial role that Ked was using with the pugilist, of the like instead of doing dodge, the endure, and just like I was like, oh, that really does feel like a different system for me as the dodgy rogue versus someone who's tougher, and that was cool. It made me go like browse the rules a little bit to be like, oh, what is Ked doing there? I like it, you know.
Yeah, the idea there was supposed to be like making the Vanguard able to key off of that as a part of like how they're going to shove people, or whenever you take damage, it never really felt right that because enemies were always assumed to hit. I really like the idea of assuming that dodge was the thing that they were targeting, but then like Vanguards were like, but I want to get hit, and it was like, oh yeah, we still need to incentivize that some way to like allow you to just be like, I want to take that hit. So, you know, that was swapping that mechanic over, and shields being a bit more active was a thing for me where I was like, I like that feeling, where a shield felt like a bit more than just like more evasion or something like that. Yeah. Well, yeah, if you guys had any feedback, feel free to let me know, either like here or in a chat or whatever. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for playing.
Yeah, it was fun.
Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, I started reading the rules like a half hour before, and I was able to pick it up and play, so it was good.
I do like the fact that everything's like on the character sheet, and we've been able to just
love that. Yeah.
Just sight reading the adventures basically as we go. I mean, this was written for OSE, so it's like I basically throw the stuff in there. Oh, okay, that's the damage die they do. That's their hit dice. Cool. Like, it's cake.
Very easy to pick up. I mean, I've play tested a lot of systems in the last month and a half, and like some of them have been great, some of them not as much. But this one's been it's simple. It's balanced enough that it works, without going into details yet, because I haven't read all of it.
Nice.
Yeah, good stuff. I always worry, because a lot of people they're often like, oh, it's a really simple system, and I like the crunch and stuff like that. Not like character crunch necessarily, but like complex decision making sometimes. So I was like, I hope Vagabond's not going to be too simple, but I felt like that there was still a lot of decisions for me to make, and it felt good. So it was good.
That was kind of my ethos really setting out with it, was I was like, I wanted to make sure that I like the idea of how on Merkborg there's like quick rulings, the combat's super fast. And I wanted to bring that ethos, but the problem with a lot of that, and at least personally for me, some of the OSR stuff, is just there's not enough character expression. And like that's the thing that I wanted to kind of find the middle ground for, was like, how can we find these combinations? I wanted to get rid of Vancian magic and kind of do my own thing here.
I should mention, I do like your flexible magic system. Like I did get a little bit of a chance to play with that, with the Magus and doing the blocking of the door. The thing that concerns me about the magic system is the whiffing on a 1. The penalty for that seems really bad, right? And if you're doing a lot of rolls, you're gonna roll a 1, and then you've got fatigue until your next rest, right? And it penalizes everything, right? It seems like really harsh, and I don't see the benefit of the casting versus the martial that offsets that huge penalty from a balance perspective.
So for healing, this was a big deal because now we can do like healing kind of infinite a little bit. And so that I had gone through a couple different processes with that on what would happen with a whiff. I had originally thought it was going to be something like you forget the knowledge of that essence, right? Like you forget that until you your next rest.
Well, that'd be awful too.
Right?
I mean, my character had 1 spell they could use in combat.
Yeah.
So, whoa, I'm not a caster anymore.
That's like the Shadow Dark mechanic. Yeah. So I've been trying to figure that out because I would like to still keep the idea that this is modular and the casting is infinite. But I would just have worries about spells like life going way too infinite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
right, because it's healing.
Yeah. So
unless you put a limit on the hit die itself, that a hit die can't be spent more than once per rest or something like that, or it's like then that introduces a little bit of subtracking within that essence that I'm like, I think some people are gonna want to use that because that's the way that the med kit works anyways. Right. But yeah, it is. I've still been trying to figure out a way to make that really happen. But so like whiffing was the thing I introduced because we definitely needed I like the idea of the fail still being able to be pushed to pass. Because I saw even you guys were doing that quite a lot in this session. I think that incentivizes keeping the story moving forward and everything. But yeah, okay, well I'll definitely write a lot of this stuff down.
I really like the luck mechanics, but you know I'm a sucker for any game that has like a narrative agency mechanic for players. So
yeah.
Goblin Lord says the problem is that healing by nature is something to mitigate attrition, so healing typically by itself becomes a tracking element.
Yeah. I just don't want to get too far away from the nature of the magic system being this open. By starting to cut back on, how do I put it? Starting to cut back on some of the modularity. And I think like people really like the feeling of casting being infinite.
Well, how when you do a healing thing on someone, how does it normally work? Are you healing stock points? Or are you having them roll?
There's a lot of spells where, in fact, I'd say 95% of your spells, them being infinite is not an issue, right? Because unless you're spending mana on them, the effects are so minor. Life is kind of the odd duck, and maybe the issue is the life spell itself.
Yeah.
Well, what if you reflavor the healing in Vagabond specifically, instead of just being like, I've given you life energy from nowhere. Like, what if your life energy is coming from the caster? Like, I don't know if you're rolling or if you're giving them points, but what if they have to spend 1 or 2 of their current health to do X amount back to them as part of the casting. So it's sapping them. Because then it's more like a life transfer.
Yeah, I like the idea of you giving them health. I mean, that's basically what the Revelator's doing at this point. Okay. But so I think one of the things that could happen here is, because once I figured this essence out, like Chris was just saying, it's the only essence that's a real big problem, and it is an odd duck. If this was simply doing a thing like life, what is a very minor effect that you can do with that? And then if you spend mana on it, then that's the healing
hit
roll.
points.
Yeah. That's I think that's the dream of it right there. But yeah,
where are the rules about like gaining fatigue and like failed spells? Because I went to spellcasting section, I didn't see that.
No, it's not in the spellcasting section. It is under focus. I sent you a message about this, Taron, because it's not where it says it is. It is under. Let me just look at my message to you.
Was it actions?
I didn't see it.
So no. So it says look on page 165.
Yeah, in running combat. Focusing.
165. Yeah.
Okay. And we were looking for the rule of the cast check to maintain the focus. That's right. Okay, so that needs to move. See, because I had it in the magic section originally. People were like, well, but I need to know
and then you have a message saying, look into focus on the next page. And then I went to the next page and it's not there. I'm like, I swear it's...
Well, where was it saying on the next page?
It says next... it's all... if you look at my private messages to you, I've given you all the pages.
Cool, thank you. Duration.
65.
Where's the fatigue mechanic in it? I don't see that there either.
No, that was one that I was experimenting with that did not get added because
it's under actions and the magic action and whiff.
Actions?
Oh, sorry. You mean gaining the? I thought you meant forgetting it. Yes. So whenever you whiff on a cast check, that's whenever you get the fatigue. So. If the problem is that the cast check, people want to keep doing the cast check, but no matter what, this is a risk that they don't really feel like they're really wanting to take.
Now, I'll just tell you as somebody who like looks at the mechanics carefully. Yeah. If it was not a one shot, I would never play a caster with that rule.
Really? You think it's that rough?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you got a martial caster divide going on. But it's not the same way.
It's the other way around.
Yeah, because that is a massive penalty for something that's 5% every time you roll a die. Right.
Yeah, it is a bit too much stick, not enough carrot.
Yeah, because fatigue's no joke.
And especially since marshals have no stick. Right? And they're getting cool stuff, but but there's no penalty for them to roll one.
Because I was getting exploding damage dice and extra attacks and everything like that.
So you've got two groups of characters. They both get cool stuff, but this one better not roll ones or they get punished, right? And this one's fine, but this one's fine. You're the good boy.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out the limiter really on that, but I ultimately think at the end of the day, Magic as a whole, I had always designed it to just feel like kind of weapons, but not weapons, right? Like these are weapons that have special flair to them. Mm-hmm. So I always tried to keep the damage numbers around what you're doing with a weapon, yada yada. So yeah, I don't think I lose any of the modularity by getting rid of the whiff.
There's other ways you should be able to limit the life area type thing. There's got to be something else that you can do with that. And I definitely
I would look at the life spell, and I bet you can fix it within the spell, right? Like the whiff mechanic penalizes everyone whether they have the life spell or not, right?
And I definitely wouldn't go back to the whole like you'll lose access or anything, because narrative agency removal mechanics like constant stun locks or removal of abilities I hate that in games. There's nothing I want in a game less than suddenly being saying, oh, you can't play part of your character now, or you can't play your character now. I would definitely stay away from those. It's part of the reason, like, I'll use it occasionally for an effect, but it's part of the reason I rarely use like stun mechanics or anything in most of my games, because I don't want a player to just sit there and watch.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah. If, like I said, if there was any other feedback you guys wanted to give, feel free to hit me up. I mean, really, my question is it fun?
I think we had loads of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a great time. I had more fun than when I tried Shadow Dark. I'll say that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Me too. I actually was not a huge fan of Shadow Dark.
As much as I actually do like Shadow Dark, I will say I did actually have more fun here, because Shadow Dark's super great. I don't think I could play that in a long-term campaign though, because it's just not.
Yeah.
It's like when I play Fate, there wasn't enough G in the RPG for me sometimes.
When I started role-playing, I did like 10 years of that style of game. So just going back to it now just has little appeal to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I prefer games with a more content to them. You can play more toys.
Yeah.
If it's for more than like a one-shot.
Gotcha.
Yours has that.
I feel like Vagabond, you could have a community built around Vagabond where there would be people who could talk about optimizing it or running the game. Like a lot of the really simple games, like to me, Shadow Dark crosses into the realm. Tabletop Bro did a really good video about this, saying like you can't really build a community around a simple game, because what are people going to talk about? You know, they're going to talk about it just like a bunch of theater kids do, talking about like some improv scene they were in, you know, and it's like, oh, I guess you had to be there, you know. So this is in the realm of, I think you could build a community around this and people talking about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because you have like, I know I would get in discussions with people, what kind of cool stuff can we do with this spell system? Well, you know, how would we use this spell with you know, a line and, you know, all this, and then, you know, what can we do with you know, these perks? Which perks work together well? And you know, like, yeah, there's options to consider, and I do enjoy that. I enjoy doing that. Yeah,
because you can inject narrative RP into any role playing games. Yes, some do give you extra toys for it and extra tools, but like, so that's not the thing people are going to build their community around. Like he just said, it's very much about the G in the RPG that they're going to discuss and debate about and figure out together and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah,
and
I mean,
I think you've done a good job.
Well, thank you. I like the idea of the like OSR hackerspace, kind of like, here's the toolkit right here, make content with it. You know, like I'm still coming up with the idea of, because as you all have seen from the character sheet now, that's how it's going to run solo and co-op. So I'm trying to figure out writing adventures for like what the format needs to be for that solo co-op experience. Because that's another thing that I really would like to see some people like kind of going off on. If I'm like, here's the toolkit, here's what we can do, let me see what you all can do. Right.
I know it's a big movement these days. I just can't get into solo personally, but
that's fine. Yeah.
For those that can, all the power to you.
Yeah, if you like it, do it. I'm also more into group play. I like group play.
I definitely prefer group play. The thing for me is, whatever it feels like to play it, you should really feel what it's like to run it on this side, because running it is cake. Monsters are assumed to hit. I'm not having to make a whole lot of these crazy judgment calls. Like the DM position for Vagabond is so easy. All I have to do is throw a story at you.
Coming from someone whose primary system is I just have to tell you a number from 1 to 10, I get that.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, thanks for playing. I am gonna be running another one of these tomorrow. So, yeah, guys, thank you so much. It's been
Thanks.
Yeah.
This is also, yeah. Wait, by the way, I should share this for anybody else. Temple of a Thousand Swords by Brad Kerr. This is a crazy, hilarious, fun adventure. One of my favorite like dungeons I've ever run personally. Yeah, and now I've run it 5 times.
It's super awesome.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I like it.
It's just absurdist fantasy romp, and I was like, yeah, okay, Duckmen, sure.
Before we end the stream, I'm sure most of you like people know who most of you are, anyways. But maybe you should like call each other out or like call yourselves out.
Oh,
Sure.
I want to say real quick. We had Zipper on Disney in here earlier, and he had to peace out. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm Jordan. I go by Flutes for the Flutes Loot channel and website, and I just always like talking about anything D&D, TTRPGs as it's expanded to. Started out just D&D 5e like a lot of people, but yeah, we do all kinds of content to just help you have fun with your game. And I've kind of been out of the game for the last few months, but I've got a video. I actually uploaded a video today, everybody. And, I just got to make the thumbnail for it, and then I'll have a video out. It's the first one that's not as short since April last year that I've done a video. So,
Nice.
well, hell yeah, man, welcome back.
thank you.
Yeah, I guess I'll go. So I am Taron, Indestructible Boy, or Land of the Blind, all that good business. Game designer on Vagabond, and Indestructible Boy here on YouTube. Come hang out. We do lots of game design streams and all that good business. So, yeah.
Chris.
Yeah, I'm Train Monk. I do the Train Monk's Temple channel. We do videos, or I do videos 2 times a week. None of them are shorts. So I work a lot, but I mainly these days I do rules analysis. It's kind of become a rules analysis channel.
Nothing wrong with that. Super popular, actually. Doing really well. And of course, if you're on here, you might know at least roughly who I am. I'm Ked Hupp, Arcus Massmire, but I do multiple different RPGs. I focus mostly on Cypher because that's my go-to system, but I've been branching out. I've got some different systems being sent to me for review copies soon, so I'll be branching out even more in the next few months. But yeah, like and subscribe, please. Give that little button to press the button. Please press the button. I'm so lonely.
And thank you for streaming this, Cad.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to end the stream now. So as always, stay healthy, stay safe, and have a good one, eh?